Bam, 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 da gong, da gong, da gong, da gong, da gong, da gong.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Oh, man, we done made it to another day. Good morning to everybody on the IG and everybody on Media Room 360. It's Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. It's just Michael, Shawn, and Jay Black right now. It's just Jaden Black and Michael Shawn. Where the ovaries at? Where the ovaries at? Where the ovaries at? We waiting on Sexy Mo to be on here. Shawnee Scott should be on here soon. Good morning. It's Wellness Wednesdays with Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends.
Yeah, it is.
Wellness Wednesdays. And this is gonna sound crazy when I say this. Hey, good morning, Kathy Black Miles.
Day one.
Always rocked out with us. Wellness Wednesdays, we got the herpes goddess. I know that sounds crazy. I know the herpes goddess sounds, you looking at us right now like the herpes goddess. The herpes goddess, somebody who promotes wellness and anybody dealing with herpes. And she comes on here and she drops some jewels for us and lets us know for those who are struggling or for those who think that you can't catch it or, you know, the awareness of getting tested for it and all that goodness. And she drops jewels on everything else that has nothing to do with herpes. But shout to her. She's going to be on the show today. There's a lot going on.
Sequisa too. We got our Texas.
We got Sequisa. I'm so sorry. Our nurse Sequisa will be on here, rocking out, letting us know all about the COVID, how to get the vaccination, not get the vaccination, all that good stuff. She gives her views and opinions on all that good. And we know what.
What else going on? I'm gonna hit up Dave, the business bully. We need to talk politics. I think it was a bunch of elections and stuff.
I don't give a damn about votes no more.
All right,
we have been bamboozled with votes, and I'm not getting bamboozled anymore. But hit up Dave. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him.
We got the Virginia flipped over to Republicans, and I'm gonna stay focused. I'm gonna go right back to what I was saying. And they worried about critical race theory being taught in school. And the reason why they're mad, because white folks gonna get their feelings hurt when critical race theory gets taught. Yes, white people, you are the oppressor. Yes, Bill Maher, a host on his show on HBO. He's like, well, I'm good with critical race theory. I just don't. But if it teaches people that white people are the oppressor, well, bitch, guess what? The reason why people are in jail, the votes that go in and why there's a factory of people just sending black and brown people to jail, it's because of votes and because of judges and all that stuff who happen to be white.
Did you vote yesterday?
No, I can't vote in Jersey.
Oh, wait, you got two addresses, right?
Yeah, but I can only be registered in one.
Really?
Texas.
Oh, okay, that's the double dipping thing I heard about before. So you can't. Okay, so you only can vote. Well,
and
Texas had some stuff.
And they will put you in jail if you double dip. People have been put in jail. Well, only black people have been put in jail when they double dipped. I ain't playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all today. So the nurse will be on here giving y'all a shout to Shawn Robinson, shout to everybody rocking. We'll see if Dave Anderson is awake.
Yeah, let me hit
I just finished arguing with his ass on our sports podcast on Humor Mill.
Yeah, and then I know we got Jay-Z finally on IG. We got Henry Ruggs, football player that lost his job, some DUI. A couple things in the news. I think I hear Shawnee Scott beeping it now. Good morning, Tam. To the Tam.
Tam. I forgot what song that was. Tam. Oh, damn. What was the name of that song? Okay, so Shawnee Scott is in the building. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to recap from everybody from last night because you was at a Rolling Stones concert. And
Yes.
At a what?
A Rolling Stones concert, and I don't think you realize how big a Rolling Stones fan I am in real life.
Oh.
Rolling. Wait, Wait, the white people.
Yes,
the
one of the
rock-
most legendary groups in the history of legendary groups.
Yeah,
name
that's
three
why I
songs.
look like this.
Name 3 songs, Mike. Mike. Name
Start
three
me up.
Me up.
I'm just
Wait,
I'm
start
just
me up before you
waiting.
go.
No.
Start me up
No.
before you go.
I'm just waiting on a friend. I'm just waiting on a friend. No, the Rolling Stones are like.
One more. That's 2.
What was the third? The third one, I can't think of the name.
Satisfaction, you know.
Yeah,
Satisfaction.
Yeah.
Morning,
And then
Shelley.
I've been waiting so long. That
But what is the song? Wait. I need my song. I need the song.
I'm coming on IG Live.
No, the song. Oh damn! What is the song? The Rolling Stones song. Oh, what is that song? It's gonna kill
Can't
me.
always get what you
You
want.
want? Yeah.
That
You can't always get what you want. But there's another sound. This song always winds up on movies. It always winds up on movies. Dun, dun. It goes woo woo.
Oh yeah. We did that half the night there.
Woo woo.
Jumping Jack Flash, yeah.
Jumping Jack Flash, but that's not woo woo. What is that song? Oh
I
damn!
don't know the name of that song.
I
But
can't
we
get it
did
on my
that
phone.
last night.
Yeah. No, the Rolling Stones is the truth. I understand the Rolling Stones was popping when the Beatles were out. The Beatles in the 60s. This is why I tell y'all why the problem with hip hop. Let me get everybody on my IG Live. Oh.
I think he cut his IG his thing off.
Oh, he cut himself off.
Going to.
Okay, I'm requested.
Ooh, I'm coming back. Ooh.
Where your video?
Ooh.
We can hear you.
I'm coming back.
You see the audio boom? Like,
Ooh. This is why I tell y'all hip hop. Let me get everybody. Hold on. I gotta get everybody.
I'm sending this link to Dave to see if he's up.
I gotta get everybody and why the ignorance of what we do to our artists. Shawnee's here.
Hey,
Shawnee went to
IG Live.
I missed it.
Shawnee went to a Rolling Stones concert, which is iconic.
Yeah, that was like it. That was the best birthday present. Jay sent me those tickets. He called me yesterday. He was like, "You want to go see the Rolling Stones?"
Jay who?
Like, yeah. Mels.
Oh, Mels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog, I think that is the most amazing.
Jumping Jack Flash.
That is the most.
Whoopi Goldberg movie.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was when he was in. Yeah. I think that's the most amazing thing to watch.
Yeah.
The damn I see you, Mike, with the Sleepy Brown intro. Yeah, I can't wait, Shawnee. When I tell you, Stuart Rogers, what up?
Hey, Stuart.
When I tell you, Jay nonstop, what's good? Damn, Mike, cropping himself out. No, I'm in.
He's back.
I'm back.
What up, Mark?
When I tell you, going to see the Rolling Stones is some legendary. It's literally like it. That's legendary.
You would not go to see the Rolling Stones
all day. I would. All day I
what?
would.
I took my best friend since
You got
third grade.
a little echo, Shawnee.
Oh,
It might be your cell phone.
I turned it down.
Yeah, I know. We the cell phones. You know. Maybe that was me. Go ahead.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
But I took my best friend since third grade, and I did think I said maybe I should have called Mike, see if he wanted to.
After the fact, maybe I should have called Mike.
Since he's gonna be gone, I ain't gonna get to kick it with him. But then I saw you got a comedy show on Thursday, so I said, well, I'll see if I can make it happen.
Right. That is legendary, yo. Y'all gotta understand this, y'all.
Yeah, because they like 78,
yes,
79, 80.
I want to be. That is my goal. That is my goal. Like I want my face. I don't want Mick Jagger's face. Oh yeah, go ahead. Don't play it too long.
He said Mick Jagger is 95 and still jumping around. Yeah, he's 78. And when I tell you the whole show, he was Mick Jagger. He was dancing. He was singing. He sounded good. He took a break because
Wait, is that the
Keith,
Wake Me, the Walk This Way, Run DMC? Is
That's
that
Aerosmith. Jay Black, shut up. Don't add nothing to this conversation.
All right, go ahead.
Hey Jay Nonstop, my comedy show's at the Arlington Improv Thursday night. Don't add nothing else, Jay Black. Thursday night, Arlington Improv.
you all off.
He said they all look alike. God damn, Jay Black.
Go
ahead.
The only break Mick took was because he brought Keith Richards up, and he's did like 2 or 3 songs.
Right.
So that's when Mick went and took a break, and then he came back, and he was. I mean, the show was 3 hours long.
Yes. They not a joke. I know.
3 hours long.
So
and
Jumpin' Jack Flash is not a movie, it's a song.
It's a movie too.
Yeah, I know.
But they turned the lights off, when they were getting ready to start, and like as soon as the lights popped up, it was just like bam. Mick was just on it. He was just there, and just all this ball of energy. But all of them were like the whole band, and then the drummer that they got like in the 90s. He died last month.
Yes.
So they got.
No, he died a couple months ago. Yeah.
The black dude is the drummer now. Well, he was the drummer last night. And then so all of the young people that they have in the band, the younger people that they've added, are all black.
No,
they got
but you
black
got
people in the group.
Dog, you don't understand. The Rolling Stones, when they were young, on their documentary, found black people and soul music. And they were like,
it was like church. The piano player, the keyboard player, Mick sat up there and preached when he did. You can't always, that song, that song.
Yo,
he did a whole sermon, and then they had church like with the happy music and everything.
Oh,
the white people in the Cotton Bowl didn't realize that was going on.
Exactly.
The 10 black people that were there, we were all looking at each other like, yeah, we know what's happening.
If you watch their documentary, if you watch them, they will tell you, yo, Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones have literally they were sitting there watching Little Richard and going like, what is he doing? Like, and they were in the pubs and where they were from, they were performing. Said, Little Richard, I see that is what we want to do that.
Good morning, Afro Queen. Good morning, Patrice.
And James Brown.
James Brown,
because they have a little part in the James Brown movie with Chadwick.
Yeah,
when they were kids and they came over.
For those who just joining, Shawnee went to see the Rolling Stones yesterday in concert.
Iconic.
Rolling Stones, and it's not the group that was with Run DMC on Walk This Way. I found that out. That's not the same group.
There's
Aerosmith.
I feel a little left out. I feel honestly, because a 3-hour concert, I feel like I should be able to know a bunch of songs.
Because you limit yourself. You limit yourself all the time, and everything you don't. Dog, you can be pro-black or pro-Hispanic and still open yourself up to creative people who happen to be white.
That's true, action, and it was raining. That's why I look like this morning.
Oh, you're a fan. You out in the rain watching. You just got over COVID and pneumonia. What are you doing out in the rain watching the Rolling Stones?
Look, if Mick could get on that wet stage and dance and not fall.
Rain don't cause you COVID. Straight. Like, not yet, but rain don't cause you COVID. Like
that causes pneumonia.
That causes pneumonia. That does cause.
Rain,
that does. That
but
does cause pneumonia.
I was like the white people. We was all.
Yeah, Dave.
They was on Good God and Molly. All of my that Richard. They was on that song.
No, they wasn't on that song. But no. I was just reading the Rolling Stone magazine. Little Richard's song is in the top 100. Good God, oh, good golly, oh my. Almighty, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, Little Richard was top greatest songs of all time. Even though I always have a problem with top songs of all time because always a gang of white people would decide. Okay, but it should be there. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Shout out to J. Marie. I got her.
I got it too.
I was gonna wear it today, and look. That's funny how last minute I just didn't feel like putting it on. I just said let me do a zip up. But yeah, Jay Marie, Dirty Words.
He feel like putting it on.
I'm tired. I was tired. But yeah, Jay Marie, Dirty Words. Her website is dope. She got some body suits and she got a lot of stuff going on. Jay Marie.
But I want to go back to this because. Are you gonna get on the IG live? You still gotta do some of your.
Oh no, I'm good.
You gotta DM somebody I don't know about. Like something happening,
Oh, I can come on for a little bit after the drop. Okay, Dave said he can come on for a little bit. Cool, thanks.
Give me a little bit. Mother, you'll be
Because
here
I know it was a bunch of elections, and I figured Dave would know what's going on.
I don't care about the elections.
Got Jay-Z on IG now. I went and followed him. Jay, he up to 1.6 million followers. We got to talk about this football player with a DUI. I want to know what's going on.
Jay
lost his job.
Jay-Z, why did you get on IG? Why?
So is it really him?
No, it's not. It's just
it is.
No, it's not. It's just a bunch of pictures that
he followed Beyonce only. They got to be him.
It's just.
He followed the Beyonce page that says Beyonce.
Yeah. There you go.
Not her real page.
He got the blue check mark from the jump. Like he had to submit the. He got
Jay, I like you better when you're not on IG, Jay-Z. You let your stop. Don't be on here. Don't be on IG, Jay-Z.
He's probably not gonna post anything.
Yeah, but just don't be on it. Don't be on it.
What is that?
It's one picture, man.
It's some movie.
Oh, okay. All right. I never got to my point. Oh, I did get to my point on that. All right. Jay-Z, get off of IG, man. I like the mysterious stuff. I like when you're not on IG. I like when you stand out. I like when you stand out. Who got you? How many drinks did you have when they got you? And what are you setting up? Are you setting something up that you need the IG following?
What's wrong with him being on IG?
No, because it's corny. We're all corny for being on IG.
Oh, that's what it was. Good golly, Miss Molly. Yeah, we were.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
We butchered that.
No, you get because that somebody put it on there. Good morning, happy hump day. We're all corny for being on IG. When you doing it and you don't need to promote nothing, which I do. Arlington Improv.
I need to promote a lot.
Media Room 360, Arlington Improv goes down this Thursday night. I need to promote. But if I was popping, and Jay-Z's popping, I would never. I don't even want to get on this. I wouldn't even want to get on this. So what do I need your likes for? I'm Jay-Z.
Yeah, I saw Shorty D-Wop said, well, Hov gonna realize the settings that he still got it available when you can add him. So he gonna quickly change that so he won't be added. Yeah, he's on there. I think he's trying to get enough followers like Beyonce.
For what?
She got 216.
For what?
She got a picture.
Like people, like I get it if
maybe they're going to promote something because
but obviously
she's been doing a lot on her Beyonce page, and I'm like, well, when she starts doing a tour or album, something is coming.
If y'all think that Beyonce is literally typing on her phone them captions,
not on the Beyonce page.
No, on no page. She's not tapping, and she's jumped out a window.
She has an Instagram page that's under a different name. That her and her friends do their thing.
They might be. I definitely keep up with the election so far, and I'm about to give you all the news on that. Dave, thank you, because I don't give a fool. I don't give a fool.
Lisa.
Good morning.
Our nurse, what's good, nurse? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Ain't nothing changed since Joe Biden been in the office. So Jay-Z, get off Instagram. Get off Instagram.
You gonna go follow Hov?
No, I'm not following him.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Why not, though? Why not?
Because he shouldn't be on here. He was the one dude who stood up and was like, I'm not messing with y'all. That's part of the coolness of Jay. That was the coolness of Jay. Get off Instagram, Jay. That's why I was effing with you like that. Like, because you was like one of the people like, nah, I'm not doing this. Why do I need this? You was making fun of the rappers holding bricks of money to their ear and talking into money, which is the dumbest thing ever. Which is some dumb hood. It's just the dumbest, just talking into money. Hey, I talk into a brick of money. I talk.
Yeah.
I can't see him. He's not going to do that, though. I'm sure, like you said, it's going to be strictly business. Whatever he wants to promote.
Get off his DJ Black.
No. Oh,
get off his
Well, I immediately followed Hov.
I know you did because you want his.
I'm a Hov supporter.
The Hov, what are we doing?
That's what that is.
That is. I've been rocking with Hov for a long time.
I'm off his
my god. Oh.
Jump off now.
He's a hater. Because I like Hov. Hov is that dude, pause.
This is Batman right now. There's a line you've crossed.
No, it ain't because I follow Jay-Z. Get out of here.
Don't speak to me like that. I'm Batman. There's a line you've crossed when you've been on that, when you start riding out of control right now. You have to slow down and understand that Jay-Z has disappointed you because he fell for the propaganda like ordinary people. He's not supposed to be an ordinary person. He's supposed to be Jay-Z. Now get off his...
Oh my god.
Hov know how to get that. He know how to get that bread. It's all strategic. Jay's always.
No, when do you make enough money where you don't have to fall? When you do it, somebody got him after he was doing shots or something. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna go on there. I'm just gonna go on there for what?"
Good morning, Red.
Maybe it's just because he wanted to.
What, Jay? Hey, Jay-Z, you want us to buy some badges? Leave us alone, Jay-Z. Get the off of here.
He ain't going live. That would
get over here.
He might go live.
That's the next step is for him to go live. You would, Mike. You would be right on that if Hov went live.
If he went live, he would break Instagram.
Beyonce or whoever went around, just in his world. If Jay-Z goes live, you will immediately hit that button. That's exactly why you're going to go follow him.
Like Nas said in Ether. Fuck Jay-Z.
His hair like that. Shirt with a cartoon figure with him. With his hair wild, with his wild hair 20 years ago.
Yeah, fuck Jay-Z. That's what Nas said.
Hey, Chicken Wayne. I sure will.
Major said, hit your chest when you say that, Jay Black. hit your chest when you say that. That's what Bush said. Get off his dick. Now, I mean, there is some propaganda behind this. Listen, man, I'm not dumb. I know there's something that Jay-Z's planning. There's something that he's about to do. And I get it. And you know, he I guess in his mind, there's a subtle competition between him and Kanye being worth more than he is right now. And he's about to do something crazy. And I wouldn't be surprised if he does something with not with verses, but because everybody wants him on verses, that he does something himself. And then he does something on live and something title comes up and all of a sudden it's Jay-Z versus Jay-Z. I don't know. All of a sudden it's the Black Album versus Reasonable Doubt. I already see that.
Blueprint 1, yes.
But I'm still disappointed because this is no deal. I love the fact that you were anti this. You're just like me now, Jay. Jay-Z, you're just like me. That's why I looked at you and I was like, you're different. You stood out. You should have pulled out the Batman voice for Halloween. I did pull out that voice when people came to the door, them damn kids.
Don't encourage them.
We never even talked about the kids. Oh, God, for Halloween. Oh, God, these kids are different. Advertising something you should do more of. What are you talking about? Why are you coming at my neck? Why are you coming at my neck? What are you talking about?
Oh, maybe because we were talking about J. Marie, maybe, Shawn Love. DirtyWords.com.
Yeah, I definitely need the merch. Congrats to the Atlanta Braves for winning the World Series. Shout out to ATL. They ain't won it since the 90s. And they done won World Series last night. And shout to all my Hispanic ball players who got chains hanging out their uniforms as they're playing. See, y'all don't watch baseball, so y'all don't even get how gangster baseball has gotten with my Dominicans, my Puerto Ricans, and my Cubans. No, they literally got, Shawnee, they got chains hanging out their uniform while they're up to bat. Oh, like, they got them dangling as they're running the bases. And I was sitting there like, wow, nobody, because baseball doesn't promote themselves the way they should, but they make money. Let the man be human, because that's all he is, just like the rest of us.
Yeah, he's a regular dude.
Hey, Patrice, no, he's not. He's not human.
He is.
He's not human. He's different. He's different. He's not human, girl. He's Jay-Z. He's Hov. He's Shawn Carter. I love the fact that he went against
Shawn Carter.
He's everything different. I don't even think Shawn Carter's his real name, to tell the truth. Morning, Mike, Shawnee, and Jay. What up, Bobby Holiday?
What's up? What up?
I met Hov one time. Hov was a real dude. Like I said, he just submitted.
Did you hug him? Now I'm wondering, were you Queen Split? Did you hug him?
He put his arm around me and took a pic. That was it.
Did he put his arm around you?
Yeah.
Did you lay your head on his shoulder?
He was mumble rapping to himself in his brain. I saw him like he was cooking up something back then. I remember that was my.
How are you a grown man watching another man mumble? You was in his mouth like that, though.
Like, you didn't take a picture, Jay?
Yeah, we took a flick. Yeah, he took a flick. We took a pic.
He let him cuff
Where
him.
is it?
I got it somewhere. I got it.
You should get it because it's cuffing.
We would like to see it.
It's
cuffing season right now, and he cuffed you. Like we really need Jay Black getting cuffed by Jay-Z. Come here.
I got some pictures of you getting cuffed. How about that?
Hey, allow me to reintroduce myself.
I think Kanye cuffed you. Didn't Kanye? No,
yeah, Tim. I want to know if he hugged him.
They hugged.
It was just a little. It was like early 2000s. Yeah.
Whatever.
So, Shawn Robinson worked in radio too.
Shawn was, he was at the stage. He managed one of the mix show DJs. So,
okay.
So you're in, you're in the mix there every day.
Dog. All right.
I see him saying Kobe let me. I'm like, what Kobe? What?
Yo, somebody.
Why his name keep coming up?
Yeah.
Let me see what about that. Oh, there's a blind DJ, not a blind DJ, the blind DJ in Philadelphia. No, his name is DJ Touchstone. He's an amazing DJ, and I wanted to reach out to him because Charlemagne the God's cast members tried to do an impersonation of Jadakiss, the laugh that he does, and one came a little close. And DJ Touchstone knows how to do that Jadakiss, whatever that is. Dog, he does this. It's perfection. And I need him to get on IG and need him to do Jadakiss's laugh and tag Jadakiss. Nobody was close to him. Like when I tell you Touchstone knows how to, his Jadakiss thing is crazy. Like it's not. I know this is off the beaten path, and I'm gonna get to the Las Vegas Raider player, which is sad. But Touchstone, wake his blind ass up.
Let's see if he wakes up. Let's see.
Wake his blind ass up because
his blind. Oh my God!
Wake your blind ass up. Just putting
him on live.
DJ Touchstone.
7:00 in the morning.
I saw that Michael Shawn Jada. I'm telling you, Tam, nobody does it like Touchstone. Pause. Double pause.
Yeah, he probably sleep.
Mm-hmm.
He's a DJ.
Yeah.
FaceTime his ass. FaceTime his ass. Because Touchstone be blind as hell, but he be doing all types of sight people stuff. Everything.
So he's legally blind?
Yes.
He's totally blind. When people say legally, you still can see he's totally
blind.
He can't
I
see
thought
a
y'all
thing.
was just saying.
No. No, it's facts. It's facts.
So
DJ Touchstone.
So back then he was using vinyl, or was he on?
He was using vinyl.
It was vinyl. Trust, yeah, because I was
carrying crates.
And
you trifling ass black people stole his crates on a ski trip. You stole his records, you stole his records.
How did he? I mean, I know he could hear it to do it, but did somebody pull the albums out for him?
No, he knew. He knew exactly.
He put them in order. He put them in a certain type of order. This bastard used to text message me. Dog. What? He don't see. He does everything.
Well,
It's because of Tone. Actually, I got in. Yeah, it's because of him that I even got in the radio, and by being his manager and hanging with him, got me my first job.
There was no braille on his phone, and he was text message. There was no braille. Bless you. There was no braille on the phone.
Well, how was he texting you then?
He knew. He remembers every damn thing. How about this? One day. He was blind. Well, he was blind all the days, but this day he was specifically blind because I walked by him and I ain't touch him or nothing. He said, "What up, Mike?" And I said, "How you know it's me, Touch?" He said, "I remembered your cologne." What the what?
He'll walk in the room and say, why is the TV on? He can tell you, look, the TV can be muted. He'll walk in and say the TV's on.
It would be the TV's on.
How would you know?
The only thing he said is that there's shades. Like if the lights go off, something he can kind of tell that the lights went off. That is the most amazing thing ever. But he does DJ Touchstone out of Philadelphia. He's there. He's legendary.
We'll get him on. We'll get him on the screen.
Does he have dreams?
We always ask him that.
Yes, he has.
Yeah,
dreams. We'll let him explain it.
His dreams. Oh, okay. You know, it's a team, and it's a couple of them across the country. Blind beat baseball teams. They're blind, and they get out there and play baseball, and it is the most amazing thing to see. The ball has a sound, so that's how they hear it moving.
It's like zing.
Yeah. He steals a blind man crate.
Yes, they stole a blind man's crates.
It was a ski trip we were doing in Catskills, New York, and they we left it. We all the equipment was there in the room. We left.
That's messed up.
They got us. And I'll never forget that. Yeah, that was horrible.
I know he
start from scratch, and that was when you had to carry all of the physical crates, everything you owned, and they got a nice crate case and everything.
That's because Jay was slipping. He was out there getting drunk, wilding out. He was slipping. He left the crates. He was hugging Jay-Z, and he was slipping. You shouldn't have left them crates where they was at. They should have been in his room. Y'all should have but y'all wanted to get drunk. Y'all wanted to do them shots of tequila and all that other stuff. Y'all should have taken them crates right to the room.
It was comedian talent.
I blame you.
He was distracting us with all the alcohol.
Yeah, and y'all was like, no, the crate's gonna be good here. The crate's gonna be good here. Next thing you know,
you don't think nobody gonna pick all that stuff.
Who's gonna steal? Yes.
Anybody who knows a DJ or knows they can sell them records to somebody, you've been spinning all night and you got vinyls. It's not like a Serato where you just put everything in your laptop and then you can just get it from somebody else. Like these are they were playing. Man, listen,
it was so big, Shiny. The local news came and did a story on them. And it was a big deal in the city that they stole. Wow.
Did they interview you for it being your fault? Did they interview? Did they go?
I did, but I didn't say it was my fault.
Did they say, "Excuse me, sir, you're the one-sided man who's his road manager"?
Protect him.
You were supposed to protect him. Exactly. Where were you?
Yeah, what were you doing?
Yeah, when the crates got stolen, where were you?
Man, I was young.
I was with bitches.
I was young. Allegedly. Allegedly, I was just doing too much.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Yeah, we get Tone on. That'd be good. Tone is dope.
I can get Tone to blame you.
Yeah, DJ Touchstone.
I can't get this TV working right. All right, y'all. Yeah. We're going to talk about the Vegas football player, Tammy. I just pulled up on my client, Kelly J. As client, I was in the ish all day yesterday. Roulette or roulette? What is it? Roulette was hit hard while I was there, but this morning Dallas not playing. Hit hard. What happened? What did I miss?
Raining. It's been raining. Like it's raining over here now.
Yeah.
Oh, it was raining over here last night too. So.
I know it rained a little bit because one of my Black and Milds got wet. And I had the ashtray outside because I keep them outside. And I went out there to go smoke it. They hard. Once the Black and Mild gets damp, it gets nasty. I tried to light it. And I was like, oh, it's raining out this stuff. All right. Shawnee, they are telling the complete truth about Touch. He does a ton of what?
Cited stuff.
Cited.
Yeah, because Bobby he used to go with Tone all the time, join the cruises, and Tone was DJing, and Bobby B Dot would be with him. Bobby would be the eyes and ears, but then they had Serato, so just a laptop Bobby had to worry about. He had to worry about crates.
Don't worry about you failed. Anyway, don't worry about you failing. You failed that blind man. You failed that black blind man. You failed him because you wanted to run the hotel strip. And be like, yo, I'm Jay Black. DJ Touchstone. Somebody got a whole bunch of records. No, Touchstone was so amazing that Touchstone would go to I've taken Touchstone to strip clubs. And Touchstone would know the stripper that he needs.
But yes, he did.
What?
But
he knows the stripper.
What difference did it make?
The smell.
Because he wants to feel. He's Ray Charles. He gotta feel.
The smell and the feel. Yes, so many stories.
And them strippers would let him get away with murder because he was blind. I thought that was unfair. I was like, why is Touchstone got his hands in your uterus and I can't even touch you? Like, what is going on?
Shawn knows. Bobby knows. But yeah, we have Tone. I think it'd be good. A blind DJ that's been in the game for 20 plus years.
Yes, amazing.
He's done a lot.
Yo, Touchdown's amazing. Like Touchdown's amazing, and the fact that he is like a stamp in Philadelphia. What happened, Jay?
I'm like, Tam with the whole you.
Oh no, you failed him. You failed him. You did. You failed him. You failed him. No, you failed him. Yeah, you failed him. But the fact that he's a legendary figure in Philadelphia right now, I'm so proud. I'm glad that he got dog. I can remember when a radio station fired him, and I took Touchdown to get drunk, just because I wanted to get drunk. But and they fired him. This had to be like 8 years ago, and he was really and in actuality, I didn't have any words of encouragement because I was like, damn, like what's he gonna do? Like he's blind.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wasn't making enough money to be like, yo, come be my DJ. Like, I was like, damn, like, what is he going to do? And somehow or another, I took Touchstone home from a club. First of all, why Touchstone let me drive him home? I don't know what you were thinking, blind DJ Touchstone. You had to be blind for real to be like, yo, and there was no Uber back then. There's no Lyft. There's no Uber. So I don't even know how the hell he was going to get home. All I know is I dropped him off. And he said, drop me off. Touchstone is blind and will literally, Shawnee, will give you directions while you're driving him.
Oh my
There was no GPS. I'm like, how are we going to get there? He said, don't worry about it. Just go ahead, make a right on Broad Street, go down, okay, you're going to see this. How do you know I'm going to see this? He's like, you're going to see this on your right.
Maybe, somebody told him.
So he says, drop me off right here on the corner. This is the busiest street. You've been in New York. So just think about somewhere in Manhattan where the traffic is going back and forth. That's Broad Street, right? The traffic is crazy. He says, drop me at the corner. I said, Touchstone, how am I drop you at the corner? How are you going to walk? That's Touchstone right there with Jam Master Jay. No, that's Jam Master Jay.
Did you just say which one? You don't know who Jam Master Jay is?
I mean, he got no hat on, so he looked different.
Yeah, he looked different with no hair.
Now, after I, stared at the picture for a little while.
Yeah, the guy looking in the air. Like, Touchstone he ain't mastered that. Touchstone take a picture and Touchstone still looking up. Like, okay. Touchstone, like, you've done enough pictures. But he said, drop me off at the corner. And I said, Tone, you're going to cross the street? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I said, how are you going to cross? He said, no, I know when the light, I pressed the thing. I said, no. And I took this, but my scary thing was he actually crossed that street by himself, and he's blind.
Yeah. Does he have a cane?
Yes.
Yeah, he has the cane. So he don't like the cane, right, Jay Black? He don't like the cane.
He hates using it. He'd rather walk with you than somebody. Yeah, but if he's by himself, he has no choice.
No, I joke about Jay Black failing Touchstone. Like I truly joke about it.
Tam said you need like a regular
blind. You needed a Touchstone for your Uber driver. No, Touchstone has driven a car before, people.
Yeah. One of the blind baseball players in Tyler will drive a truck. He gets up on his roof and does all kind of work, and he's blind.
Yo, it's amazing. But Touchstone and Jay Black was with him. From the day I met Touchstone was the day I met Jay Black, but I kind of met Touchstone first on that. Completely true about strippers and touch and him giving directions. Bobby Holiday, all day long. That is the most amazing story. Like, when I do get in a financial situation, I'm telling you this story needs to be documented and people need to see this story on a movie. Because I'm telling you, this is the most amazing thing. It's the most amazing thing on everything we complain about in your life. And then you watch somebody go through triple the obstacles just to get to work. Dog, it's amazing. Like, this is one of them things I will, because this is crazy. Like, wait. And the funny thing is, the dude never wants anybody to feel bad. He wants, just treat me like the only time I was ever about to snuff somebody is when somebody did something to Touchstone at a bar that we were at.
Oh, yes, you could. Yeah, that'll be one. Wait till we have him on.
Yeah, wait.
That was a story.
That was the only time where I felt you're not gonna disrespect I wouldn't even tell the story about the whore that I had to tell Jay Black about. I mean, I had to tell Touchstone about at the club. Because what you're not gonna do is play him while I'm right there. No, that's what we're not gonna
Buster do. Buster loves Touchstone.
God, it's amazing.
Yeah, Buster loves him.
What did the
What'd you say,
woman
Shawn?
do?
I'm
What'd
gonna
she
tell
do?
you, the woman tried to play him that she was with him at the club and tried to play him because obviously he can't see, and tried to play him. And
Yeah, we get him on. We
yeah,
get him on. Maybe
well, we
get,
get him on. I'm gonna
let's say we
say
get him
because
tomorrow or something like, or maybe even later today. Let me
what we
just
not gonna do is try and act funny, girl. That's what we not gonna do. That's no, we not. I don't like people getting.
DJ Touch Tone.
I do
And
not
does-
like people getting picked on at all. Like I will take an L for somebody that I see getting bullied. I will take that L. All right. So
I see
when we
somebody popping in. Go ahead.
when we'll take a break. It's 6:57, 7:57 on the East Coast. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got to talk about this tragic story with the Las Vegas Raider receiver.
Oh, that's who that is. I was
Yeah.
like, that don't
Oh, the
look
herpes
like
god
Mo.
is so
Yeah, I was
Shayna's.
Oh, you've never met her.
That don't look like Mo. Yeah.
Oh, you've never met her. Oh, we gotta get you. We gotta get y'all acquainted. We gotta get you. You know, well, not acquainted, but yeah, acquainted.
Yeah, we gotta
yeah,
eat
acquainted.
meat. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta eat what?
E-meat.
Oh, eat meat. Oh, I thought you said. I was like, where we going, Shawnee? COVID done changed. You said we gotta eat. I was like, eat what? What are you talking about?
E-meat.
You're a flaming heterosexual. All right, y'all. We'll take 4 minutes. We'll come back. We got the herpes goddess giving you the updates on prevention, and then she'll chime in on everything we want to chime in. Shawnee's tired because she watched the Rolling Stones last night in concert. So don't you stretch and think I feel bad for your ass. You was there in the crowd of like 40,000 with the Cotton Bowl.
It was packed. I mean,
Yeah,
oh my
I think
God.
it was like 50,000 in there. So shout out to somebody
And
78.
white folks, you know, they different kind of thugs. They do all kind of niggerish stuff. They be talking about us, but
Yeah.
I was sitting back watching, like, man, whatever.
No,
Y'all
white
really
folks.
miss me with this.
All right, let me write that down. I need to find out what white folks did at the Rolling Stones concert. White folks that Shawnee realized. White folks did Rolling Stone. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, I'm gonna keep my phone right here, and it's the Takeover Legends, Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, and Shawnee and Jay Black and Shawn and Sexy Mo will be here soon. Yeah. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. We can't tell Meek that he has to take responsibility for a bus rap and not tell Uncle Luke that he has to have responsibility for having a whole group of young girls, 17 and 18, yelling out, "Pop that coochie."
Absolutely, I'm not saying that, but here's
Okay,
the thing.
I want to make that clear. We dropped the ball a long time ago when it came to selling out.
Here's the thing. What I'm saying to you is there's a world of difference between pop that coochie and actually coochies being depicted of black women on buses. And the whole sex sells argument is a misnomer to me, because if sex sells, why don't you see Chinese girls doing it? Why don't you see Jewish girls doing it? Why don't you see Korean girls?
Because there's not a Chinese rapper who put them on there to do it. Okay. And let's be clear, Luke not only was popping that, he had the chicks with him at the hotel performing for everybody in the hotel rooms.
I'm sorry, but was any of that on social media? I'm sorry, was any of
there
that?
There was no social media, homie.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
But that's not an excuse. You have to take.
But you're trying to. I'm not discounting the.
The ball started rolling. The ball started rolling.
Agreed, but now the ball is out of our control, and other people are behind it. At least with Luke, Luke had a certain level of control over it. These people are exploiting us, and we're sitting here acting as if we're not being exploited.
And Luke was exploiting us. It's even worse.
No, because Luke was a one-man shop versus a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, Mike.
And what happened?
We have a black woman right here. We have a black female right here that can speak to this.
Black women we're unprotected. We're the most unprotected individuals in the United States of America. And it's because Black men are the only ones who are not for us 100%. White men love white women. Latin men love Latin women. Asian men love Asian women. But Black men love every other woman before their own woman, Black women. So we can be outraged all we want, but it's not going to be a change until Black men stand behind us, until Black men speak for us. And here we have Meek Mills, a Black man who let this rap on his bus, his album cover, be okay. The difference between Meek and Luke is that there is social media. If there was social media back then, I think Luke would be under fire just as much as Meek is right now, because Meek's reach is further now. With Instagram, with YouTube, with all these social media platforms, Meek is touching a lot more people than Luke has ever.
Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Yeah! We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do.
Michael Shawn wears
Tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Every day.
Mike Shawn wears
tight shirts. To the gym or wherever.
tight shirts.
Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, Michael Shawn and We the Worst Records, Pluto, Aristotle, and P Skills have just destroyed or created another perfectly horrible song. Yeah! Check out the next single, Grown Man Wearing Skinny Jeans.
That's it, bro. Mix it up, bro.
Don't never stop if you wanna be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
Tap in.
Saying thank you, girl, for buying a badge. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, Jay Black, and the Herpes Goddess is in
Rich
the
Rising.
building. Ladies and gentlemen, we have herpes awareness. We have all STD awareness, where she breaks down and she's very honest about everything that goes on, and some of y'all in denial and the risk that you're taking and everything that you're going through. But I wanna keep you here. And Shawnee, good, Shawnee back on. I want you to in on this story. What is the Vegas Raiders name? Is it Henry Ruggs?
Henry Ruggs.
So he's a receiver who just started coming into his own this year with the Vegas Raiders.
He got herpes?
No, he don't. You don't have herpes. Not that I know.
He said he might.
I don't know. I don't know his business like that. But he just started coming into his own this season. Super fast receiver.
Uh-huh.
Well, last night, he killed somebody in a DUI accident. He was charged with a DUI. The car that he hit burst into flames.
Oh, you got it. Oh, look at you. I had it too, but go ahead.
J Black on fire. Oh, that's bad. I shouldn't say on fire. The car burst into flames, and the passenger, I think it was one passenger, died, and he was booked for a DUI. I only bring this story up not to tell his business, but to thank God that this never happened to me for all the days and all the nights that I drove blindly drunk.
Wow.
Every time I see one of these stories, I always thank God that this didn't happen, because this could easily have been me.
Reckless.
On any Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Saturday night, could have been me. And I feel bad for everybody in this situation. The Las Vegas Raiders dropped him from the team. They've already cut him. And you know, I pray for everybody in this situation because and I've stood on this soapbox forever because people are gonna look at this guy like ignorant, dumbass, selfish person, which that act is selfish. But let's be clear, we live in a culture that has promoted us getting drunk from the day we came out the womb, and they feed us this alcohol and they promote it, and I ain't got no problem with it. I indulge in it, and those who should. Those who do and can handle it. But let's be clear. That lie that you see in commercials, drink responsibly, is the biggest lie ever because they don't want this country to drink responsibly. Because if we drank responsibly, Dante Stallworth actually got probation, and that was a different story. But yeah, Jay Nonstop _ hip hop, that was another former New England Patriot who killed somebody. But they don't want us to drink responsibly, y'all. They're selling us the drug. Forget crack, forget heroin. The drug is alcohol because it's cool, it's okay. Whenever you drink alcohol for certain reasons. So it changes how you feel. It changes how you think, and they promote it. If we drank responsibly, this economy couldn't even handle it. Bars and sports bars and restaurants wouldn't even exist if we drank responsibly. Let me tell you who would be pissed if we drank responsibly. Jerry Jones and every NFL owner would lose millions upon millions upon millions of dollars if we drank responsibly. And if you wanted to stop people from drinking and driving, you would put a DUI or a DWI stop in front of every sports event. And I promise you, you will catch thousands of people and give them tickets and put them in jail. But you won't do it because the owners would be pissed off.
And he just got drafted to the NFL in 2020, first round draft pick, $16 million 4-year contract, which was $9.6 million guaranteed signing bonus up top. So he literally just got paid last year.
So what? Okay, so he had an accident. He was drunk.
Yeah, he got charged with a DUI. So I don't know what he actually blew into. They took him to the hospital, so they actually made him blow, and then they gave him a blood test.
If someone died, right?
Yeah,
that's murder. He was going to get charged with murder.
Well, it's vehicular homicide, because it's by accident and stuff like that. But my point is, this is where the lies come in. If you wanted to stop people from drinking and driving, charges don't stop people from drinking and driving. Probation, jail, it hinders it a little bit, but people still go out there and everybody's like, I'm good, I had 3 drinks. Okay, you're drunk. Technically, under the law, if you didn't sit there for 5 hours and let it wear off, you are. If you really want, the only people who really want to stop drinking and driving is mothers against drunk drivers. They really want to. Mad really wants to. The rest of y'all are a bunch of liars because if you wanted to, what would be in everybody's car is that you would breathe into a machine, and if you were over the limit, the car wouldn't start. Just like they put seatbelts in every car when they decided that was safety. So stop telling me y'all want it. What y'all want?
Well, that still wouldn't stop it, though. I mean, people just have other people blowing it.
Yes, but there's a camera. There's a camera that comes along with it that films and videos. So if somebody blows in it and you do not get behind that steering wheel, you catch a charge for that too. But you won't do it.
That's too much. I wouldn't drive anymore. I'd be like, I'm not getting in here blowing on this every day.
And that's what I'm saying. So if people don't want to blow in that, don't complain about the thousands of people dying from drunk drivers. Because you don't want it.
But I don't drive drunk either, so I don't.
That part.
I don't do that. I don't even really drink. Okay.
I don't drink at all, but it's too easy to have someone come pick you up or get a little Uber or get a Lyft
But once again, what does alcohol do? It changes your thinking.
Exactly. So before you get drunk, you make a plan.
Okay, well, when you pop up and you're going to dinner and all of a sudden you start, see, everything's make a plan. That's like make a plan before you have sex. You should have brought that condom.
That part.
But the fact of the matter is that's not realistic on what alcohol does. If you pop up someplace and you're like, I'm going to drink a drink. Well, alcohol, the whole point of it is to change your thought process. That's the drink. The alcohol is the person that makes the person get up and want to ask the girl to dance because wasn't bold enough before the drinks. It changes your mind frame. It changes how you act. That's why we use it. So it changes your decision making when you have alcohol in your system. Once again, I take full responsibility and you have to take full responsibility. But there's a bigger system that has promoted alcohol to the point where I hate the hypocrites who sell and spend billions of dollars to promote it and then go like, oh, I can't believe you got in the car and drank. Yeah, just like you can't believe that when I drank that alcohol, I take full responsibility. But anybody who has drank too much liquor and wound up having sex with somebody they really didn't really feel like having sex with. That's what this drug is for.
And it looks like this is first incident that happened. Young guy, should his career be over and done with? I mean, I get it. He lost $14 million, but
no, somebody died.
So is everything. He should be done. He shouldn't have another chance.
I'm not saying he should. I'm not saying.
Well,
I'm
that's
not
a major mistake. But
well, I guess he has to lose his career because he had to deal with the part about somebody dying. He didn't just have a wreck and crash his car, or everybody walked away. He got to deal with that part. So he going to jail. So yeah, he's gonna.
He might. It depends on they're now. If there were cameras there, they're now gonna decide who was at fault. If there were cameras at that stoplight.
He's drinking, he's automatically, right?
No, it's not automatically. Like we said, a New England Patriot receiver killed somebody, and they proved that the guy just jumped out in the middle of the street. That he literally was walking across a dark street that nobody could see him, so they proved that it wasn't the alcohol.
So it's not reaction time for being inebriated. It's outright. It was just reaction.
He got probation. I just love the fact that we sell this drug and push this drug and don't want to deal with the responsibilities and don't want to do what it really takes to stop people from drinking and driving, which is to make people blow before they get in the car. And if you're not under the legal limit, you can't start the car.
So the car won't start at all?
Nope.
Nope. Fix back the Yeti.
So,
yeah. No.
Does everyone have this car? What about the people who don't drink? Like,
so she said, why should we penalize because you couldn't control your alcohol? Yeah.
You don't drive fast, but if you don't
lower it. You gotta you're a little loud.
If you don't drive fast, you still gotta wear a seatbelt, right?
Yeah, change the settings, Mike.
This is true. But still, I'm still driving. Driving is dangerous. People die from driving every single day. Like, I understand the seatbelt part. But if I'm not drinking alcohol, why should I have to blow into something to be able to start my car and to move my car? That's not my drug of choice.
Okay, well, I'm saying you could be a safe driver, but you still have to have insurance, right?
This is true.
Don't give in to him, Shayna. Yeah, keep going. Yeah,
if you can be the best driver ever, and you still have to have car insurance. You can never have an accident in your life, and you still got to pay for car insurance.
Yes, because other people not safe.
Okay, don't you want other people who might kill you in a car accident that have to blow in the machines to make sure they're not drunk?
If they drink alcohol, yeah, sure. You get that car.
But what I'm saying is,
need that car
because everybody got to do it so that you can be safe.
But where the thing at? It's just sticking out the side of the car?
No, it's just a little machine that sits in your car and you blow in it. And then it comes up. It registers how much alcohol you have in your system. Then it says you're clear. It says pass. Then you turn the car.
Where does the machine sit? Like, is it in your dashboard?
No, it's connected. It's like you can put it. You can put it right by your feet, or you can put it right by where your cup holder is. Like, it's connected. Like, it's a wire that's connected, and it just sits right by your cup holder.
Like a little straw.
Yeah, I wish I could take the phone.
Okay.
No, it's kind of bulky, but I'm sure they can make them a lot more convenient. Just like the first seatbelts that we wore were crazy bulky and all that other stuff, and now we're just used to putting seatbelts on. But they're not going to do that because the states make too much money off of DUIs. They make too much money off of every person. Like, literally, every DUI that you get, you're going to at least spend, after court fees, you're going to spend like $15,000. So there's too much money to be made. So it ain't got nothing to do with safety, except mad. Because all they want is to really stop people from doing this. But all Texas is amazing. Now, you won't even understand how much money they'll nick and pick, and then if you don't follow their directions correct. Now, once again, it's my fault that I put myself in a situation. I just wanted to put that out there because they're not going to talk about this because there's just too much money once they started selling alcohol in movie theaters. Think about this. They're selling alcohol in movie theaters. So when you leave a movie, you could be drunk.
Yeah. They sell beer at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese. You take your kids to Chuck E. Cheese and they're giving you alcohol to drive your kids home.
Yeah, we was trick-or-treating. One of the houses, they had adult beverages. They was giving out beers and stuff, the cooler. I said, well, ain't this nice? So they was giving out alcohol for the adult trick-or-treaters. So I was like, well, look at this. You can walk and drink. All right.
Hey. All right. It's crazy. And there was another video where they showed why do we do this? They showed the people disguised as trick-or-treaters and then tried to break into his house when he opened the door to give them candy. I said, what are we doing?
Crazy.
And he fought him off. But you saw he had the ring, so you get to see the whole setup as they setting them up.
Oh,
and
wow,
they got costumes on. They got little Halloween bags. And then he opened that door and they tried to bust in there and he wasn't the one. Like he wasn't the one you wasn't going to get him that day. And I said, damn.
You know what my neighbor did? They put the candy in a bucket and set it outside the door. So
yeah,
that was the theme for this year. I noticed that was the majority. Half of the houses were like that. Honestly, with the buckets out, because I even saw in my ring, people were upset that kids took their whole jar. And it was like, if you see these kids, we want our bucket back because they took the whole jar. Like, people legit, that's the thing. Leave the bucket out there with the candy.
Yeah, and that's why I gave each one of them candy. I was not leaving the bucket out there. I
didn't do it. I ain't open my door. I ain't giving nobody candy.
Yeah, I did give him. It's the first time I was actually in charge of it, and the kids was coming in there. And then my one of my twins checked me because I was giving. She said I can only give the kids 2 pieces of candy. Ain't that cheap, or is it just me?
How much were you giving them?
Well, not,
you don't want to run out
because you gotta feed the neighborhood. All the kids that come by, you gotta have enough.
I was giving I was giving a lot. I'm like, it's candy.
I was giving a lot.
I was giving a lot.
They're going to everybody's house and getting candy. It's okay if you give them 2.
Yeah,
but it was like a lollipop and a piece of gum. I felt like I wasn't doing enough. That's not the theme. That's a mistake. Kids will be kids.
He talking about putting the bucket out
as far as stealing the whole bucket. Yeah, taking the whole bucket. Yeah.
No, you need a stunt. That's when you need one of them little
zappers.
They need a zapper. Zap their ass. Like, I need my bucket. Like, if you touch the wrong side of the bucket, you get zapped like a stun gun. One lady had a slingshot. Like, what the? No, but stop stealing candy. Like, can we just take the amount of candy that you have? All right. I'm not going to.
We done wasted Shayna's time.
All right, Shayna.
All right, Shayna. This health, we got enough for another 9 minutes.
All right, Shayna. So what's good? What are we expressing? What are we talking about? What do you want to let these people know that are watching? That don't think they're gonna get herpes ever, but they still rolling up raw dogging it and sticking their mouths in places and all.
Condoms. I want to talk about.
Let's talk about condoms then. Let's get to the condoms.
Because people think condoms is gonna protect you from all STDs, and it's not. Condoms
Which one?
Will not protect you from syphilis. Condoms will not protect you from HPV. Condoms will not protect you.
Whoa! I can catch syphilis if I have a condom on?
Yeah.
How?
Wow.
Say if someone who has syphilis and they have visible sores, right? Maybe sores you don't see. If the condom is not covering that sore, it's not protecting you from that area, and you come to skin contact with it,
wait.
Contract syphilis.
Wait. Syphilis involves sores?
Yes, syphilis is from skin to skin contact as well.
I thought syphilis was like when you get the when you get the burning sensation or something.
There's different levels, different stages of syphilis.
What?
One of the stages is visible sores. So there's 4 STDs condoms won't protect you from. They might lower your chances, but won't protect you from, again, herpes, both types, HPV, syphilis, and scabies. AKA crabs.
Scabies.
Yes.
when I was in high school, a girl said she gave me scabies. Well, she called it crabs, and and she said, "Yeah, I get." She was mad. She was mad. She was like, "I that's right. Yup, I got crabs." And I was like, "You got crabs?" So there was no Google back then, so I had to ask one of my fellow workers that I had a part-time job, and they were like, "Yo, you got to go to the CVS. There's a crab comb, and you got to get a crab comb, and you put a shampoo."
Yeah.
And that's before everybody was manicured. Like there was still hair in your
cone.
genitals.
What's a
And
crab
you had
cone?
you had to put a shampoo on that area, and you had to comb it.
It's pubic lice.
Yes.
So it's like lice on your head, but just for down there.
So
And he was
you
like,
had it
"You'll
for real?
no." He said, "You'll see the bugs, like you'll see the lice, right?" So I did it, and I ain't see nothing. And I did it thoroughly. I kept doing it, and there was nothing there. Then come to find out, the chick told me she had lied about it, and I was like, that. You can't love these hoes. I'm playing. But
That's messed up.
HPV. Why can you still catch HPV if you have a condom on?
That's another STD that is skin to skin contact. Genital warts is a form of HPV.
Oh.
So it's not just cervical cancer. There's so many different types and strands of HPV, and genital warts is one of them. Genital warts is also a skin to skin contact STD. So you can wear a condom, but if their wart is not covered, if your condom doesn't protect you from the wart, you can still contract.
But how could but the condom cover everything. So how could
No, the condom only covers the penis. Like me.
So where are the warts?
Huh?
Where do the
It
warts
depends on
come
the
up at?
person. It can be anywhere, depending on where they experience their warts at. For example, there's people within the herpes community. Some women get herpes outbreaks on their butt. Now, say if a man had a herpes outbreak and he doesn't have it on his penis, and he has it on the top of his penis, like where his stomach is at, right?
Oh.
If he puts a condom on and he goes to have sex with somebody, he's not covering his herpes outbreak site. He's only covering his penis.
So your outbreak site is not necessarily for the female in the actual vaginal cavity. It could be on your body anywhere.
It can be on your body anywhere. Herpes can be in your throat, in your mouth, on your lips, in your eyes, on your fingertips, on your arms,
in your eyes,
in your
eyes.
Oh wow!
It can be anywhere.
And I'm not trying to say this to be crude or rude, but that's why I'm like, y'all be eating coochie and sucking on penises like too recklessly to like it's one thing, like genital herpes is a serious thing. But it's one thing to put your mouth somewhere where you're not sure. Like y'all just wilding out, and y'all just met each other, and now you gonna put and now you eating something that you don't even know what is around there.
But let's get even deeper into that, right?
That's
when
what
we
I
get
actually
STD
said.
testing, when we get tested for STDs, people only get their vaginas and their penises tested. You're supposed to get your throat tested and your anus. If you do anal play, and your anus tested as well.
Wow.
Mike Shawn, Mike.
There's STDs you can get in your throat: gonorrhea, syphilis.
How you know if you got gonorrhea in your throat? Like, what happens if you get an STD in your mouth? What?
Sometimes you have symptoms, sometimes you don't. Some people are asymptomatic. Some people carry gonorrhea and chlamydia and don't even know it because they're not showing any symptoms.
Wow.
Some people get a smell. That's why you have to schedule routine testing. You can't just wait till you get a smell or something goes wrong and then go to the doctor and get it tested out. No, if you're actively having sex, you should be getting tested every 3 months at least.
What the world? So you telling me every year when you go for your annual and you get your tests, you get your pap smear, but then you do the STD. Well, I do HIV and STD testing every year when I do my pap smear. You telling me that's not enough? I need to tell the doctor to check my behind and my mouth?
Yes, if that's what you're doing, yes, you need to tell them.
Well, I'm not doing that. I don't do the
Did
butt.
somebody put it in your butt? Something you want to tell?
No,
You want to tell us
nobody.
something?
No, nobody put it in
Nobody
my butt.
ransacked that egg. That egg.
No.
But
Nah,
also,
that's an exit.
herpes is not included in your standard STD panel. That's another
Well, yeah, you have
thing.
to tell them. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to
you
tell them.
have
Just
to
like you
tell
got to
them.
tell them to test you for HIV and AIDS. Yeah.
Yes.
This is ridiculous. Like Action put something up. He said, "Boy, in the '90s we was playing Russian roulette. Yo, was we
Still
ever?
playing Russian roulette. STD Russian roulette is what I call it.
Yeah." And in the throat and in the wow, that is damn. So what do you do? Like how? There's
So
no.
if you just having oral, you don't have to do. If you're not having oral sex, then you don't need to get your throat tested.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, that means they ain't a woman in America.
But I mean, you can get STDs for pushing.
They ain't a woman in America. Y'all all need to get your throat goddamn tested. All y'all need to get tested.
Well, y'all need to get tested too, right?
That's why I be telling.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I be telling these young boys. It be a joke now. Oh, I'll eat the cat. Okay, whatever. I need some time spent with your ass. Like no. I need to. We need some real time.
I need to get to know you.
And stop talking about this as a hair bump. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, stop playing with me.
Time, because people are so focused on time. Yeah, I trust the person, so we had unprotected sex. That's not enough reason to have unprotected sex. Go get tested together. Require to see one another's test results. It's okay to ask that. And if the person tells you no, then don't have sex with the person and move forward. And find somebody who will show you their test results. It's so easy to bring it up on your phone nowadays. It's so easy to bring it up on your computer nowadays.
Can you get a home test? Are there any home tests for STDs?
There is home tests for STDs. They usually go for $150 to $250.
Damn.
Depending on what you want. But there are home tests for STDs if you can't go to a Med Express or go schedule an appointment with your doctor.
Right, Noble. The girls be saying that too.
Yeah, everybody's saying they eating the booty now. Everything's now like I don't even get it. Like, listen, I've never eaten a booty on purpose. I've said that multiple times.
Not on purpose, but by accident.
I'm just saying it was dark. And y'all be lifting your legs up, so that's disrespectful. Y'all be lifting your legs up. Y'all be setting people up. Y'all ain't shit. All right, after that, nope, I don't trust you. No, but okay. So what home test can you have? What can you get at the CVS or Walgreens for $150? What diseases can you test for?
You can find HIV test. You can find your standard STI panel, and you can't find a herpes test at a CVS or a local pharmacy. That's something you have to go online and search for, from like STIcheck.com. There's so many different websites that offer STD testing. So
what do you do with a one night stand situation? Like there's no more you meet somebody and you just go for it no more, huh?
I mean, there's an app called the Safely app where people upload their STD results and have their doctors verify. So you get to, if they accept you, you get to see the last time they've been tested and what they tested negative and positive for. So some people can use that app as a hookup app for people who care about their status and other people's status.
I mean, that's dope, but I'm just saying, okay, hypothetically, Herbie's goddess. Hypothetically, it's hypothetically.
One night stand.
Yeah, so I meet you at the club, and we at the bar, and I'm buying you drinks, and one thing leads to another. You just like, I don't even know why I'm gonna let him bang out, but I am. I don't know why, but I am. And then we go and we do it. What can, other than wearing a condom, what can you do is the condom the only resource to be safe?
Yeah, that's your only resource other than abstinence. It's a condom. If you want to take if you want to do one night stands and go to the bar and hook up with random people, then at least wear a condom. Don't do it unprotected, y'all.
And don't perform oral sex the first night. Like, wait till you get the app
There's protection for that too. You can use dental dam.
Oh, the dental dam, but the God, that feels like it's gonna be so uncomfortable on my mouth. I'm gonna look crazy, like
It won't be on your mouth. It'll be on the vagina.
Oh, that's right. I put it on the vagina, and I gotta pat it down on the vagina.
Action
I'm
says,
laughing at Action.
yeah, he said, damn, okay, dinner and drinks or home test, 150 to 200. We ain't doing both. Like,
Yeah,
we can't do both. Pick a side.
That's a $400 date.
Pick a side.
You better be bad as hell. Wow. I didn't know they had them home tests. I didn't know you can get gonorrhea in your throat, but now it makes sense if you're doing stuff. And so is there something like but like you said, even if the girl didn't have sores on the vagina, it doesn't mean she ain't got herpes. It just means that she doesn't have an outbreak.
Most people with herpes don't experience outbreaks. There's only a small percentage of people in the community that actually experience outbreaks. Most people with herpes are asymptomatic and don't even know that they have herpes.
Damn. We done messed up sex, y'all. We done messed up all. So if you don't have outbreaks or you don't have symptoms, how would you even know to get tested then?
That's the thing. People don't know. And that's why we're spreading awareness, because we don't have these conversations and this topic for people to go out and get tested or even ask for it. Some people think when they're getting tested for everything, they're getting tested for herpes too, and they're not even aware that they're not getting tested for herpes. I was one of those people. When the doctor told me I was good, I ran with that. I never said, well, doc, can you show me my results and break it down to me and let me know what everything is so that I'm able to read my own test results? I didn't do that. And a lot of people don't do that.
Are you in a relationship now?
Hell no.
Not at all. Why?
With myself.
Why you saying like that?
But you want to be. Stop
you
playing like you don't want to be.
I don't want to be right now. I don't want to be right now. I got a lot of things I need to work on with me and figure out with me before I put myself in another relationship. If I get into a relationship right now, it's liable to be toxic because I still got some working on and things that I need to figure out with me.
I agree with you because I feel the same way. But can I ask you can I just ask the question? But I'm going to ask it in a way that is the most. I hate when people say stuff like this to women. So I'm going to ask it just like this. So what's wrong with you?
So what's wrong with me?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Because you got a glow. You're beautiful. You're intelligent. You're amazing. But what's wrong with you? Tell us what's wrong. And I know this is an ignorant way. I'm just asking it the way I hate when guys ask women like this. But what's wrong with you?
I like forbidden fruit. It's something that I learned about myself.
Right.
Things that come.
So you like a married dude?
Sometimes married, sometimes maybe it's been my leadership in the past. Right. It's been a lot of forbidden fruit in my past, and it took me a long time to realize that pattern. So I stopped myself from having sex altogether to figure it out. Wow. What I learned about me is that I struggle with abandonment. My father was murdered when I was 3. All I have is my mother, Caribbean woman. She's about, her family and her husband. So I've always played the second role, trying to be number one. So I've connected my pain with my mother, with my pain in my past relationships and the people that I've chosen, and chasing after people that I can't necessarily have. So once I figure those aspects about myself out, then maybe I can move forward. But right now I can't trust myself to pick the right person for me until I figure that out.
How long has this process been going on? Like that you were like, I can't be in a relationship. How long has the process been going on?
It's been about 2 years now since I've been actively working on myself and my issues. Yeah.
So you haven't had? There's been no sexual relationships, or
it's been one sexual encounter, but outside of that, no.
It's been 1 and 2 years.
My last, it was in August, and before August, it's been 2 years.
So your vibrator game must be crazy. Like your vibrator game must be a man.
It's off the chain.
Like, are you bullets, dildos? Are you the whole thing? Are you everything?
I'm the body wand. That's it. I go straight for the body wand.
Wait, what is that? What is that?
What is that? What's the body wand?
What's the body? Talk to me. No, what's the body?
Let me look it up. I'm gonna find a picture.
You tell me what's the body wand. What is the body wand?
The body wand, it kind of looks like a big old massager, and it kind of has a head at the top. And
oh wow, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. If you have it anywhere to grab it, like
it don't see, Shawnee, it don't go in.
I'm like, what in the world?
No.
They got one that looks like a gun.
It stays right on top.
So how often? Like, how often does this body wand get used? Like, it's like three times a day.
Maybe like twice a week.
Oh, twice a week.
Yeah.
Look at me. I said 3 times a day. God damn. What's wrong with me?
Oh, wow.
Minimal.
And then how long is your session with the body wand? Like, is it just one orgasm or you multi-orgasmic?
Depending on the night, depending on the feel. Sometimes it's at night before I'm going to sleep, so I'm tired. So that one is good enough to knock me out.
Right.
It's during the day, maybe twice.
Right.
It depends.
But that is interesting that you realized you had abandonment issues and decided that I'm not going to involve anybody in my life with this because I know I will be half of the toxic relationship you might be 100% of the toxic part of the relationship.
I don't, it's not fair for me to give myself to anyone until I become the person I want to marry. And right now I'm not the person that I want to marry. So I become that.
Yeah.
then
are you can you be loyal?
Oh yes, I can 100% be loyal. In all of my I've never cheated before, so
that's Shiny putting that up.
Yo, what in the hell are you putting on your clitoris? Like, what are you putting?
Wow,
Jesus!
You better get one for your wife or your girlfriend or whatever y'all got.
I mean,
Shawnee, you better get you one, Shawnee.
I thought the bullet was so convenient. Like the bullet is a nice little toy that that joint right there. You gotta get a license.
See, you can be lazy with it. You can just sit it down and lay on top of it, and you don't have to really do too much with your arms. The bullet, you kind of have to do a lot.
Yeah, you gotta work. Yeah.
But with this, you ain't gotta work. You can just lay on top of it, and it's gonna get the job.
How much? And how much is this? How much this cost?
It's different prices. You can get them for as low as 50, as high as 100 and something. It really depends.
That one is $99 on Amazon.
Well, damn, I done paid for $150 for a test. Now I gotta buy this because I'm trying to satisfy the chick. Like I'm like, this is.
He was about to say, I'm trying to satisfy the bitch. That's what he was about to say.
Shayna gotta go though, Mike.
I gotta go.
All right, Shayna, thank you so much.
Follow her on TikTok. There she go right there. The Herpes Goddess. Herpes Goddess. 340,000 followers right now. So make y'all go support. She put up a lot of videos every day. She's posting something. So
we got to get you to a comedy show. What's your city that you're in again?
Thank you. I am in Florida, Melbourne.
Okay, we're gonna get you to a comedy show.
I lived there for a little bit.
Down.
Wow. Okay.
It's like get out. All right.
All right, girl. You have a great day. All right. Y'all don't act like we don't give y'all good information, y'all. When we told y'all how to not catch herpes and not get gonorrhea in your throat, and then we gave you the body wand.
The body wand.
Wow. Men ain't got no good stuff like that. Men is strictly left hand, right hand. Men ain't got no good toys like that. Look at Kelly J talking about I love her page. I bet you do because you got a body wand, Kelly J.
So we got Dave Anderson, we got our nurse practitioner, Shaquisa's here in the waiting room. Let's bring everybody in. I know.
Oh man,
it's Wellness Wednesday. We was trying to get the political stuff going on. What's going on with politics?
Shaquisa, Dave, what's good? Shaquisa, you got a body wand?
No, I don't.
Well, I'm gonna give you one for Christmas. Thank me. Go ahead.
I have a bullet.
I said the bullet, but she said the body wand is so dope that you ain't even got to do no work. You can just lay on it.
Right. But they do have stuff for me. And I don't know if I can say the P word, but there's the pocket, PUSSY, that you can buy.
For men?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Y'all didn't know that?
I've never seen any good like toys that I was like, damn, that would be good. And then our toys, you got to clean thoroughly because it's gonna be a mess.
You got to clean all of them thoroughly.
Yeah, but y'all just got to wipe it down and do it like this. Is gonna be. I'm gonna have to. But the No, there's a whole, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be
You got to
disgusting.
get all in the crevices.
Yeah, you got to get all in the crevice. You got to take it to a literal car wash and get it detailed out this joint. Jesus. All right, Dave Anderson is up in here. Everybody is able to talk about any conversation, health, politics, and Jay Black wanted Dave Anderson, the business bully, on here. What did you want to talk about?
No, because I saw on CNN that it was a big deal that the Democrats took a L last night and lost Virginia. I don't know what happened in Jersey, and it's some stuff, but it was a first. Boston got a first mayor of color, Asian, Michelle Wu. I was like, wait, what is going on with political world? Did everybody vote? Did anyone even know you were supposed to vote yesterday?
All right, real quick before you answer, Dave. So Asians are people of color too? I'm just asking.
They said that on CNN. I said it to my wife. My wife, she got all ignorant with me. Yes, anyone that's not, and she started breaking it down. And I was like, oh, I didn't know. See, Mike, you just like me. Oh,
so why don't they act like it?
Because they don't have
they're the model minority. Why would they?
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Well, Dave, Jay Black, ask him a specific.
They act like it in them nail shops. Yeah, they act like it. Yeah, they.
No, they don't. They act like white supremacists in them nail shops.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Oh, Dave, I didn't get you on my IG. Did you send the? Okay, my bad. That was all my fault. I
bought a badge on IG, and I didn't get an invite.
Oh, you did? Thank you, Mom. I'm sorry. Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to look and try. Thank you so much. Oh, you bought. Oh, you did. Damn. Well, thank you very much. Jesus.
That's love.
Support.
All right, comedy show tickets to you, girl. Comedy.
What happened?
It goes in my pocket.
Get money.
It goes directly in my. No, it actually goes into this Instagram thing, and then they supposed to release it to you on certain dates. I haven't reached that date.
$100 threshold. Well, that's why I keep telling you.
I am.
Clubhouse. If you get on Clubhouse, all you need is 300 followers to monetize. And Michael Shawn, you could do that in one night.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that after. We're gonna talk about that because everybody has told me that. So you're not the first person. You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't know.
That would really help you grow this show as well.
Yeah, and I don't know how to get everybody on. Well, Jay Black, you got an iPhone now, right?
No, I never. Team Android till I die.
No. So Android can't go on Clubhouse, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes, they can.
Oh, they can now, right?
Yeah. Now.
Okay. Now I will stop. And Jay Black, ask your question.
No, I'm curious because it looks like I fell asleep on CNN last night when they were still counting the votes for the Democratic and Republican winner. And apparently, according to Ashley, it ended in a tie. Is that true, Dave? What's going on in Jersey?
In Jersey, it's still too close to call. It's still too close to call. And I think that's what people are shocked by, because a lot of stuff that's happening in Jersey's not used to. Like, Jersey's so bougie that it wants other people to pump your gas. You know, Jersey's the type of place that it's a confused state. Like, and everything from Princeton South is Philadelphia, and everything from Princeton North is New York. So it doesn't really have an identity. It is the tofu of the East Coast. And so now you got Phil Murphy, who is, being this jobs guy, and he's talking about all these changes that he's made, but he's leaving out the fact that there's a lot of nice little tax increases and pork put into a situation. On top of that, he's trying to mandate vaccines, and that's a sticky point for a lot of people. And so this is a race that's a little too close to call as far as New Jersey goes. But either way you slice it, man, like I don't think these mandates are going away. I only think they're going to get more strict and more stringent, especially now that they're getting these vaccines available for young kids. It's about to be really ugly really fast, and I think folks are really starting to be a lot more concerned. And so those who know that there were elections yesterday have been, mobilizing their bases, and that's why this election is literally right down the middle. It's going to come down to about, I would say, a margin of about 1,000 votes.
Wow. All right, I always have this question, Dave. The way the times of when these elections happen. Okay, you have primaries. Obviously, they were one thing. Then you have midterm elections.
Right.
Now, these elections that are going on are governor elections, correct?
Yeah, these are state elections, correct.
These are state elections. So we're going to. I always have I wonder why they make it so close. Where like Joe Biden's been in office now for how long?
Year.
It's been a year.
It's about a year.
Do you think that these elections should formulate them so that they give the president enough time, maybe 2 years before the governorship? I don't know how they can make it happen, because after a year, now listen, Joe Biden has pissed me off, and I've made that clear. Like I voted for him. I did what I did and whatever. I'm not totally sold on what he's been doing. But to have an election for the governorship a year, it kind of gives, if the president doesn't do what everybody thought he was going to do, it gives the other party like an advantage, because it gives people to go like, see, he didn't do anything. He didn't satisfy the needs. He didn't meet all those promises. But it's only been a year. So it doesn't give an unfair advantage for, whether it's Republican or Democrat, doesn't it give an unfair advantage to the other party that it happens that quickly?
Well, it depends on what state you're in. When the state became a state, all those things fall into factor because all the governors don't get elected or run for governor in the same in the same cycle. The only thing that you have to look at when it comes to how the presidency is directly affected from a federal standpoint is when they have midterm elections for like Congress and Senate and things of that nature. That's a little bit more impactful to the job performance of the president, because the Congress and the Senate, then you're looking at entities that create bills, vote on bills, and then send those bills to the president to sign into law. That's a little bit more. But of course, I'm going to give you the full box set of Schoolhouse Rock season 1, so that we can go over how the government works.
No, because it's funny. No, you're right. And I remember knowing every election on what it was, but then you leave school and 25 years later, you're like, well, what the hell? When does and how does Dan? I just had a question that I wanted to ask you, and then I just lost
the real question. Trump apparently had took credit for the Virginia governor winning. The Republicans, and I guess he's like, yeah, that's because of me. Is he really going to run for
absolutely?
Yes,
he's going for it. Why not? He'll be the first president in history to
what makes him win the election. He said that several times.
Yeah, no, Joe Biden is doing a phenomenal campaign job for Donald Trump, whether he realizes it or not.
He really is.
Like, what?
He really is.
No. Here's the thing, right? And then here's what I need you to understand, right? The Democrats are making all the same fatal mistakes they make every single time somebody's up for election. So they sent Barack out there to Virginia. Barack said, listen, need you to understand, can't get everything done, and I'm not going to undo centuries of oppression, centuries of discrimination overnight. And as a result of that, we got some things done. And my whole thing is, as a black person, don't insult my intelligence. And as a human being who's been an adult and has voted in several elections, bro, you had no problem getting Don't Ask, Don't Tell repealed. You had no problem getting stuff together for the Dreamers. You had no problem getting LGBTQIA rights passed. You had no problem getting civil unions passed and gay marriages passed. You had no problem getting legislations passed in order for people who are domestic partners to get the same type of rights and same type of access to health care and decision-making rights over long-term live-in partners. You had no problem with any of that. You had no problem making sure that, and when I say Obama, I mean Democrats in general, but he had no problem making sure all those things happen. Joe Biden had no problem giving a Stop Asian Hate bill in a country where for well over 200 years, black people have been lynched, and lynching black people in this country is still not a hate crime. So when you tell me you can't get things done, but you got all these things done for everybody else, what you're really saying is you will not get things done for black people. And as a result of that, that is a problem. And then when you look, and I'm not talking about personality, I'm not interested in the popularity contest. When you look at what Trump did specifically for black people, as far as opportunity zones go, as far as fixing those tax codes, as far as incentives to start businesses, yeah. And then every time I turn around, Biden just took, $43 billion off the table for HBCUs after Trump permanently made it so that HBCUs did not have to continue to.
So you trying to say Trump was for black people? Trump was looking out for black people.
I'm trying to say that Trump did more than talk. He actually handled business, and business is never personal. Business is about the bottom line. And he fixed a lot of bottom line things for black people that Joe Biden and Barack Obama didn't in 8 years, Biden specifically in 47.
And Dave, me and Jay Black have had this argument, debate, or dialogue. Dialogue is a better word, dialogue.
Right.
And I've been trying to tell him the reason why I get mad at the Democrats is because you manipulate me, because we have one thing in common. We don't like Trump personally.
Right.
So you manipulate us because I don't like him.
At all.
At all. I don't mess with him at all.
No.
But the bottom line is, what you just stated is what people don't want to see.
No.
Is that, and people just hate this one thing when I say, ain't nothing changed since Joe Biden, and nothing's gonna change in these 4 years, y'all. We're gonna be in the same predicament. And
Well,
I don't know what I don't know what the answer is, because I'd rather like you disagree on what? Go
I
ahead.
disagree that things haven't changed. Joe Biden has made one huge change: reparations for people who aren't even American citizens, people who are separated at the border and put in cages that Obama and Biden sanctioned in the first place. He's talking about $450,000 for each separated family, to the tunes of hundreds of millions of dollars with the stroke of a pen. But you can't stroke out a pen for the black people who actually built this country. Okay,
I read that.
but y'all voted for this.
And I voted for this, and people will be like, well, what choice did we have? And you know what? I don't actually have a good answer for that. I don't know
You
what
have a choice. You get out of emotions and you make fine business decisions based on your family. You don't have to like your doctor, but if your doctor is there to save your life, you go to your doctor. You don't have to like your chiropractor, but if your chiropractor is the best, you don't have to like him. I have a gastroenterologist. I can't stand the guy. He's literally a tyrant. But this man has changed my life and has fixed my body so that I can start to process things differently and lose weight so I don't die on my kids. I don't have to like you in order to use you to benefit my family and my community. Why is like more important than actual tangibles? How many times are we going to sit around singing "We Shall Overcome" and march and talk about we ain't going to let nobody turn me around?
But the dilemma is Trump also emboldened the greatest racism in this country.
Really?
And let me finish. Relax. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Don't let him hold.
He emboldened parts of this country that we don't live in. He emboldened racism in parts of this country that, Dave, you're not going to be in, and I'm not going to be in, and you're not going to have the threat of being lynched. And he emboldened these people to the point where they were like, we now have an ally in the White House. So it wasn't just about disliking him. It was about the danger of people that we can't protect in Louisiana and places in Mississippi that we can't protect, that we'll never know the lynchings of people getting dragged because now all of a sudden they have an ally that's leading the country. That's why you couldn't vote for Trump, because you understood once this ball starts rolling and he were to get a second term, now he's empowered the country to get another president like him, because what Republicans do, they will duplicate exactly what won, and it's a dangerous twist. Listen, I'm just saying, I'm not telling you I know the answer, because it seems like we get fucked regardless. But I do know that I couldn't vote for Donald Trump based on being scared of what he's leading up to. Look, the Capitol got raided.
Yep.
The Capitol was raided because this man enticed them and made them come there. That is a dangerous person that I can't vote for again. Now, am I disappointed in Joe Biden? Yeah. Will I give him more time? Yeah. Do I think that the government system just isn't made for Black and Hispanic people?
It's not.
I just think it's not.
Okay.
I just think it's not. So
let me just address all of your points very quickly.
Real quick. But you do that, and then Nurse, I want you to chime in. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay. I'm gonna be real quick, Nurse. I promise. All right. I've lived in Jackson, Mississippi. I have lived in Shreveport, Louisiana. I've lived in New Orleans, Louisiana. Action Jackson, who was in the chat, will tell you there were racist things happening in Texas when I lived there. When Action Jackson first met me in Arlington, Texas, this beautiful Black married couple, bought a home, and they said "Die niggers die" on the outside of their their garage. Call Lady Jade, ask her. She was there. So let's not act like all of a sudden Donald Trump woke up the lynching racist people in Texas that were already there. We know good and hell well you're not driving from Dallas to Waco at night, for shits and gigs if you can help it. On top of that, let's deal with the fact that, I don't know, Joe Biden, who everybody seems to act as if they don't know this man's history, and a Google search will prove me right. Now I got $10,000 on it cash. Joe Biden eulogized a man named Robert Byrd, who was not the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan, but he was the Grand Cyclops, which is the Grand Dragon of a local chapter. right? He eulogized this man. This man was also a mentee of Strom Thurmond, who was also another Klan member. This is a man who said that he didn't want his children going into a racial jungle. This is a man who also opposed busing. This is a man who wrote the quote-unquote Clinton crime bill. All Clinton did was sign it into law. Joe Biden wrote every single inch of it. Yet and still, that came up with mandatory minimums, 3 strikes you're in, lifetime sentences for nonviolent drug offenses, and we're worried about Donald Trump because Donald Trump emboldened people who are already emboldened.
Yeah, we have to worry about. Wait,
Martin.
But Dave, you're right.
Rice, all these things happened under Obama, but yet and still, Donald Trump let some people go out and tiki torches and made some people feel like they could be more racist. The only thing he did was say, y'all can come out now. Y'all ain't got to be respectable, which actually does you a favor because you can look the racist in the eye. Wouldn't that have been helpful when you were at K104? Because it damn sure was helpful when I was there. Let's not act like being openly racist is like that much of a different threat for somebody who is black or brown in this country. It's not, because they've been getting away with it. How many times? Sandra Bland happened under Obama. I thought
you said you were gonna. Did you say you were gonna be short?
That was the end of it. That was my last point. Sandra Bland happened under Obama's watch.
No, I totally understand. I totally agree with you. I'm not arguing against it. I'm saying when Donald Trump was in office, he was organizing the NFL for racists. That's what I was worried about. He was. I'm not. Wait, Dave. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I know you're not. This is for you.
But what I'm trying to say is, at that moment in time, yes, you're right about Joe Biden, and that we've forgotten that conveniently the guy who put this in became President Obama's vice president. Like I get it. I agree with you. I just wasn't voting for Trump at that moment. I just wasn't going to vote for Trump.
Right,
and I don't know.
Feelings.
No, it's just not optics and feelings. It's about the drasticness of what was going to happen in his second term. If the Capitol gets raided, what was going to happen next? Everything that you're saying is correct. But when you raid a Capitol, that means the next step is a dictatorship. That means if he gets voted in again, he now can become a dictator. He now has emboldened people to let's change the Constitution, and let's not say it's just 2 terms. Let's say it's now 3 terms. How about this? Let's be FDR. Listen, the economy is correct. Let's change this whole thing. And if you don't like it, we'll raid the Capitol again, and we'll raid the government and take it over in a military action, and he'll have the people do it. That's what I was afraid of. Because when you do that, then all our lifestyles are changed forever. Then everything is changed forever. And nothing's ever the same. And we become just like every other country whose government is basically overthrown by a dictator, and now he runs things. Once again, I'm not arguing with you, and I'm not saying I made the right choice. I'm saying these are the reasons why I couldn't vote for Donald Trump. Now, the nurse, you got to get up in here.
Okay, first I want to say, Michael Shawn, respectfully, you keep calling me the nurse.
Oh, just for the show, you're our nurse. Sorry.
You can call me ENP.
What is it?
ENP.
Nurse practitioner.
Oh, okay.
It's a little different between a nurse and a nurse practitioner.
Okay.
Like I go and sit before boards, and I went to medical school. So
NP, thank you. Sorry about that. My bad.
So, I agree with Michael Shawn. I did not do my research on Donald Trump because like you said, I did vote from emotion, but I was afraid of the same thing because he came so close to losing. I was afraid if he had another 4 years, he would figure out a way to rig it to where he would not have to leave the White House. But some of the things that you're saying that he did for Black people, I did not know until you just said it. And if I had have known that before, I might have voted for him. But I think it's a lot of, as far as Black people, and I said this on a live one time, we've been told our whole lives to vote one specific way, and we don't do our own research. Because once I started doing it, I realized that I was voting against myself. And I really think that moving forward, we should research and look at everybody who's on the ballot and vote according to that. And like you said, not just personality, but for Donald Trump, I just couldn't see past his racism and the way that he treated Black people openly. I couldn't fathom the fact that he would do anything for for, a historically black college. So you saying that to me is like shocking, because I'm looking at him on video. He went to a hospital and he was shaking nurses' hands, and there was a black nurse down front, and she kept trying to shake his hand. He was going all the way around her, and it was a black and Hispanic guy in the back, and they kept trying to shake his hand. He was going all around them. I'm looking at this type, and I'm thinking there's no way in the world this man will ever do anything for black people. And then they come with the black female vice president. So for me, I was like, well, if I had to vote for somebody that I think is going to have my best interest, it would obviously be the black woman. And that's why
Well, and they're NP.
Yes.
Let's remember the stuff he's done for black people. He's a con artist.
That's true.
He's a straight liar and con artist.
That's
so when
true.
So when he does these things, he's playing the game.
Right.
He's playing the game. And the thing is, when people say we need to research, they know what they've done. They've overwhelmed every citizen trying to make ends meet. They overwhelmed every citizen trying to live check to check. And then you got the audacity to tell us, hey, you better research. How am I supposed to research when you won't give me universal health care? How am I supposed to research when I'm still trying to take care and trying to figure out how my kids are going to get to college? Both parties know what they've done. Both parties have overwhelmed the average person.
That's not a good point, because if you can make time to watch TV, if you can make time to do a radio show, if you can make time to do a comedy show, you can make time to research.
Wait a second. I am living a blessed life. Let's be clear. Everybody on these squares better thank God every day.
Right. And
I every day for the situation we're in. Right. Now I have people in my family who are coming out of homeless shelters and just getting back on their feet.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And there are millions doing that. And so when people, let me tell you what, and let me tell you the biggest lie that people say, everybody's lazy. We're not lazy. You have confused. You have masterminded how to manipulate minds from the time we come out the womb. And not having 2-parent households, making people and drugs in communities. So I hate when people say everybody's just lazy.
I think it's funny that black people became lazy when we stopped working for free.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny that we live in a country that has a system that never wanted to teach us how to work and not have to work under a boss. This is a brainwash that's happened. And once again, we are blessed that we have seen something different.
Right.
But we can't forget, we can't call the people who are not that lucky lazy. We just can't.
Never called them lazy.
No. I know you never called them lazy, but you were like, well, you can get up and you can do a radio show. A lot of people, they're literally waking up, and from the minute they wake up, it is all about trying to make $1 to get to the next day.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's deal with some facts. Fact number one, 63% of all Americans, regardless of socioeconomic status, have a premium cable package in this country. That's a fact. So when we start dealing with facts and you say what you say, the numbers don't hold it up.
Well, you didn't break down the races on that, so you can't make a statement like that and not break down the races.
No. I said because one race cannot win an election by itself.
But I'm saying even when you make that statement, you're saying
Americans. 63% of Americans. That's the gross majority of Americans.
But you don't know who those 63%, what race is that 63%, and what economy are they living in? What is their salary of the 60?
Regardless of socioeconomic status, 63%.
How can you make a poll regardless of social economic status? It's a contradiction. You can't make a poll and not actually break down. No, you can't.
You can make a poll about bald-headed people that have
but then what that poll is just a broad painted picture. Because unless you detail the poll and say how much money the people are making, what salaries are people are making that are part of that 63, all it is a general statement, and you're not detailing it. That's all it is.
Okay, you're right. I'm not going to fight you. The bottom line is, any way you slice it, There is a certain level of culpability. They have time. There are tens of millions of people, approximately 19 million per episode, who watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I think I could take a shot in the dark if I'm Ray Charles and figure out how most of those people look. Like, because at some point you got to have no. What I'm saying is, if you have time to know that that Portia, didn't know what the Underground Railroad was and thought it was actual trains, and that Nene left the show, you have enough time to understand what's going on. If I were to tell you right now, Michael Shawn, put your hands up like this. If you just put your hands up like this, I'm gonna make a very important point. Mike, seriously, put your hands up like this. I'm begging you.
I'll put my hands up. Go ahead.
Give me this latitude. Name me 3 things on the Build Back Better plan that you can name specifically. Go.
I have no idea.
That's most Americans. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That's it. And then here's why Donald Trump's going to win the next election, because he's not going to take Mike Pence back. He's going to get Candace Owens or somebody like that in there, and then it's going to be a problem.
Your answer to everything is generalizing everything in people.
To a general audience. But isn't America a general audience?
But you're not detailed. You're not
Facebook Live.
Can
you generally add me to Instagram?
Oh, I've been trying to find you.
I done sent like 4 requests.
I don't know what's going on. Like I can't find you on here every time because I want to bring you on here.
My actions say 10% of people got the NFL package. I hate it so much.
Anyway, I mean, listen, you can blame, and you can blame people for if you're not going to take into account their circumstances, and you're not going to take the greatest master plan that's ever been put together, ever in the history of the world, is to aim and to do what they've done to black people. There's never been a plan. There's never been a plan inserted ever against a race of people like it's been done to black people. So yes, people need to get educated. But my thing is, I'm not gonna say our problem. One of the issues is that we want to tell people what they haven't done, and we don't want to understand why they haven't done it. And what is the system that has been created? Why? So the solution is why? How do we change why people don't know these things? You just asked me a question. What was the question? Do I know what? What was the question?
Give me 3 points of the Build Back Better plan. That's his platform that you voted for blindly.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. How would I know about where would I get that information?
Joe Biden for president, whitehouse.gov. Kamala Harris had it on her website.
So, hey guys, Google, everybody in their squares. Everybody in their squares. Did anybody know that?
Never heard of it.
No, I never even heard of it.
I didn't know it.
I never heard of it.
I'm talking about these squares. I'm talking about these squares.
I've never heard of it. That's what
How do you not hear that a politician running for president has an agenda that is available to the public? Even before the internet,
to vote Democrat. Vote for the Democratic Party.
It's not even being taught. This is what Dave does for a living. This is what he does in real life. No, I'm not saying this to be funny. That's his job occupation. This is what he's a master at. This is his. If you ask me 7 questions about the greatest comedians of all time, I will tell you. That's what Dave does. Unfortunately, we're civilians. We're not
analysts.
But I get what Dave is saying. Like, since we voted for him, we should at least know.
Do you know how many things I could get somebody on this show to tell you that the people that voted for Donald Trump, white people, that he could point out things that white people would be like, yo, I voted for that?
I mean, I know, but that's
the easiest.
Either way, white people are still privileged in this country. White people still have an advantage in this country, and black people. Malcolm X said in 64, ballot or bullet. Like, we continue to vote for them, and we don't have any. We
don't have anybody to vote for, Dave. There's nobody there's nobody on our side. That's what I'm saying. There's nobody on our side.
On your side.
But what I'm saying is, I can get somebody to come on the show and pinpoint 7 things that people don't know. White people living in trailers, who are broke, who may not even have plumbing inside, who voted for Trump and pinpoint it and go like, "Do you know that that's what you voted for?" And they'll be like, "Absolutely not." So your intellect is great. But your bouginess on your the way you like to look down on people is amazing. No, you like the what you like to do. I can state facts all day long and not be demeaning to people who are just trying to do the best they can.
How did I demean anybody? Did I call anybody names? Did I say anything?
You don't. First of all, you don't have to call anybody names. First of all, you don't have to call anybody names to demean them. And I know better than that.
What did I do to demean
because
somebody?
your words were, and that's who you voted for.
Right.
You voted for somebody you didn't research, and I try to tell you there are people who don't even have the intellectual concept of being able to research, and that's why I'm trying to tell you.
So people should. So let's be clear. What is your definition of demeaning? Because it means for people to lose their dignity. If me telling you that you voted for somebody and you didn't know what you voted for makes you lose your dignity, then your dignity is very fragile.
Oh, well, there goes another demeaning statement you just made.
No, you
just called him a name. You just called him a name.
No, I didn't. What name did I call him?
You said fragile. You called people fragile.
Said dignity is fragile. I didn't
so you insulted my dignity.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I was giving you the definition of demeaning.
You just insulted my dignity by saying it's fragile.
If somebody is watching this who does not know me, is that affected by what I say, then that is a problem. Because Cat Williams said it very famously, comedian, we all know who he is. He said self-esteem is an inside job. It's esteem of your mother effing self. If me telling you that, like, it should be, if it don't apply, let it fly. But we have put ourselves in a situation where we have to start taking accountability for what we have allowed to happen.
But I see what Mike's saying, though, Dave. No, your inflections could have been, he could perceive it as belittling and talking down as if he should have known.
Okay, right. You know what? It could come off. You're hapless victims. I am so sorry that you went.
And it continues, and it continues, and it continues, and it continues.
I get what absolutely Mike's saying, but I also see somebody.
You're not better than people. Dave,
I'm not better than people. I
don't think
what I got from him was that we need to do our own research.
At all.
Well, why in the black
you have to have a certain level of accountability. Mike, you decided one day that enough was enough with your drinking, and you did something about it. You were accountable to yourself. You were not blaming Heineken for the choice that you made. You took accountability for that choice. You might not have known the first time you drank a Heineken that's what would have happened, but at some point you made a different different type of choice.
Pineapple.
But my thing was,
you do better. You do better. And the lesson from this is when people are looking to vote, they need to make sure they understand who they're voting for.
But when you're talking to people, then the thing is, instead of saying what they don't know, you say, "This is how you can find out." This is how you can find. But after you've said people, that means your dignity is fragile, and that means this and that means you need to fend for yourself. And when I tell you, since you want to bring up alcohol, no, I didn't blame Heineken, but until somebody made me aware of how to beat it or how to live with it, and not keep telling me, "Oh, just stop drinking." Guess what? You have willpower. No. What I'm saying, this is how I figured it out. When somebody said, "You know what? Let me show you how to get there. Let me show you the steps to get there." It's not about your willpower is weak. It's about there's something deeper that's going on. There's something deeper. There's something deeper that enough people don't know to research what you research, Dave.
Go
ahead.
I think the problem with us is on our social media as Black people, we don't talk about politics.
Boom.
It's looked down upon because I do Facebook Lives, and during the election time, you can see how many numbers there are. When I would start talking about it and telling you why you should vote, the importance of voting, the numbers would drop. And then I would get people in my inbox say, you really should talk about politics on your page. When did that become a thing that we're not allowed to talk about politics?
The same time we start telling people we shouldn't talk about therapy. The same type of time we tell people we shouldn't talk about religion or question the pastor. Anything that goes against the traditional behavior that Black people have been indoctrinated with comes up, then all of a sudden it's a problem, and it comes into all these straw man arguments that have nothing to do with the fact. Because if I got struck by lightning tomorrow, God forbid, you would still be voting for people blindly and not realizing that there is an agenda. Even when Joe Biden says it himself, you can go and read my plan. Go look at that Breakfast Club interview. Everybody focused on, if you don't know who to vote for, me or Trump, you ain't black. They forget the part where he said, you can go read my Build Back Better plan. He had commercials. He spent $50 million on commercials saying, go to my website, Build Back Better, so on and so forth. But again, let's focus on Dave Anderson pointing out things that nobody wants to talk about instead of the actual issue. Because if I didn't exist, these issues would still be here.
But Dave, this is the contradiction. The reason, but listen, just listen to me real quick. The reason why we come to you is because we know you know this stuff. That's why you're on.
Listen, but like if I go to my mom and I tell my mom I want to do X, Y, and Z, and she's like, yeah, that's not exactly the greatest idea. You can't be. If I put her in my business and you ask me a question, you don't get to dictate how I answer it.
I'm not.
You don't have to like the answer. The
it's
answer
called
is still the answer.
Dave. It's called a dialogue. We're coming to you for information,
and
you're
giving it to you.
Yes, but I'm
for telling people that their house is on fire because, well, damn, well, why didn't you tell them to build the house with flame retardant material?
I'm telling you, first of all, I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm saying people take offense when you say the reason why your house is on fire is because you're stupid.
I never said that.
That's basically.
You can't say basically into a court of law.
Dave. Okay, so you said you. Okay.
I didn't even hear that.
Okay. Well, then I'll tell you what we did here, because you don't want to have a conversation. I see where you want to go with this. No, I see. I'm not. Wait, NP. Wait. You did say your dignity is fragile.
No, I gave you the definition of the word demeaning because I didn't demean anybody.
And then I said people will. And then you said people's dignity were fragile. Are you really gonna say you didn't say that, dog?
You're taking it out of context. I was giving you the definition of demeaning, and the definition of demeaning is X, Y, and Z, and it says causing someone to lose their dignity and the respect of others. That's what I said, and I said if you think that that's what I did, then your dignity is fragile.
Bam! That's it. And that's it. That's it. Why? But why is my dignity fragile just because I took something a certain way? Like, this is what I'm talking about. We're coming to you because you have the information. Right. I think you're talented as hell. I think you're intelligent as hell.
I am.
And I also think you're arrogant as fuck.
I absolutely am.
But I'm not wrong. But my thing,
just like Donald Trump said, you don't have to like.
All right, Dave. Okay, all right, Dave.
You have to. TD says, eat the meat and discard the bones, regardless of how you feel. Eat the meat and discard the bones. Now, I'm not telling you to chew bones. If you decide to chew bones, that's at your own risk. Dave, but I'm still giving it to you whether you like it or not.
Yes, but you have to understand if you want to educate people.
Bro.
You listen, Dave, just for a second. I know you're super smart. I get it. I understand it. You're incredibly smart. But if you are asking people if you want to help people, you have to understand that emotion, if they feel demeaned and they veer away, what is the point of your intellect? If you can't bring it, wait, Dave, I'm not finished.
Go ahead.
And you got it, Shawnee, right after this. You're trying to help people. So don't push them away by scaring them and being like, yo, I just think what he said just affect, like, is he coming at me? When I know in your heart you're trying to help. That is all I'm saying. Is the way you have valuable information for us. But if you scare somebody off because maybe they're like, I don't know if he just called me a dickhead or not.
I didn't.
Dave, but you gotta listen.
Their perception could be that. So
their perception they can be like, I don't know if he's offending me. I don't even know if he's on my side. By what is being said. That's all I'm saying. All the knowledge you have is valuable. But you can't go at people's necks when they're not even sure about what you're talking about. It has to be a slow grind. So back to my alcoholism. When everybody else said I was nothing but a drunk, somebody grabbed me and said, no, you're not. Let me tell you why. What you did was, you're an ass for what you did. What you did was stupidity for what you blew with your alcohol. Everything you blew was dumb as hell, Mike. But now I can get you to where you got to go if you're willing to listen. And that's when I was like, I'm willing to listen. That's all I'm saying, dog.
Great. Now here's the counterpoint to that. There was a guy who was very charismatic, very sweet, very kind. He spoke very clearly, had a complete agenda, and that guy took over 3/4 of the world because he tricked people into believing things that weren't true. He convinced 3/4 of the world that the best race of individuals were blonde-haired and blue-eyed, and he wasn't. And he was an art student named Adolf Hitler. At some point, you have to start taking accountability for the fact that everybody who's talking to you nice isn't always nice to you. Vegetables don't always taste good, but they're important if you don't want to have a heart attack and die. And as a fat man, I can kind of say that. The other part of it is at some point, you have to stop worrying about the messenger and pay attention to the message, because all of you talk about fear, but nobody wants to deal with the fact that CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, OAN, and all these other networks are fear mongering to you all the time. You got to get Trump out. That was your big plan. Nothing afterwards. And you have absolutely nothing to show for it. So I implore you, from the kindness of my heart, please don't listen to me. Please do your own research. Find out what the records actually are. Find out what's been happening for the past 47 years with Joseph R. Biden from Delaware, and then make an informed decision. That goes for what you put in your mouth, that goes for what you put in your ass, and that goes for what you put in the ballot box.
Okay. So all I'm asking is then just help teach people how to do that.
Bro, I made 32 millionaires this year. I've been teaching people how to do that.
That's
I created
all
a super PAC. Wait. I created a super PAC with my own money. I've been teaching people how to do that. But let's not act like I'm not doing that,
I'm
Mike.
saying to my listeners and watchers right now. That's what I'm saying.
I think that he is, because at the end of the day, the truth hurts, and he just serving it a different way. I don't know. It don't offend me because that's the house I grew up in, and that's how my mom, my grandmother talked to me to, get me to understand. If I did something that didn't make no sense, it's like, look, that don't make no. Are you stupid or you dumb? Was the question.
No, I didn't say that.
And I had to. Well, that's the house I grew up in, so I didn't take offense to what he said, but it's the truth. At the end of the day, how do you say you need to research? I
always had this one person who told me, and this is veering off. I just one OG who always told me this: just because you're right doesn't give you the right to say whatever you want.
That's true.
But everybody else
just because my people are dying, I'm not going to sit back and say it in a sweet little package either.
No, but what I'm saying is sometimes we get lost in trying to give. I'm saying is we need I can't say this anymore. We need your information. Like, we need your information. And we value it. And I'm just saying, then teach us how to do it. And I know you've done it with millionaires.
It's not a one size fit all for how you communicate. Some people are like the shinies of the world, whereas though it's cool, whatever, they get it, they don't bother. And there's others that may shy away from it that really can use your insight, but they're not built for the way that your verbiage can come off at times. So
Jesus said, my sheep will hear my voice. At some point, even if the Son of God who walked on water and made miracles happen, realized everybody wasn't going to rock with him. Like, at some point, you have to understand that the problem is we spend so much time worrying about how we like a message versus what the actual message is.
Yeah,
and that's problematic, because everybody else does not vote on feelings. There are Hispanic people on both sides of the aisle. There are LGBTQ people on both sides of the aisle. There are white people clearly on both sides of the aisle. Black people at 93% are voting Democrat, and nobody can tell you why, other than the Fiddler on the Roof song called Tradition. And it makes absolutely no sense. So when we talk about poor, when we talk about struggle, when we talk about socioeconomic disparities, when we talk about lack of education, when we talk about all of these things, it still comes down to willful ignorance. Whether you like me saying it or not, the numbers are the numbers. And I apologize if you don't.
But if we have a lack of education, if nobody's taught you, how do you learn then? How do you figure it out? If your school system is absolutely ridiculously like so underfunded, and what you're taught.
First high school in America, bro. I got research, and I had to make it happen.
Okay, so you want to do a percentage of your graduating class on if you're the standout, because you're not the norm. You're not the norm that came out.
I absolutely am not, but I had to get here. I wasn't always here.
And Dave, I appreciate Dave. Dave, you don't. I appreciate it. You're the LeBron. You're the LeBron. Everybody's not the LeBron.
I don't want everybody to be LeBron.
But we have to.
LeBron says on the court, shut up and follow basketball. And LeBron is not nice on the court. Ask anybody who's ever played with him. Same thing with Jordan.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to win or do you want to be liked?
No, I got a question though. When you
the comments are balanced, so I'll give you
that he need, yeah, they are balanced.
They're very balanced. The comments are very, very balanced.
When you say that he needs to teach, so when he says,
I'm not on IG.
I can't get you, MP. I swear, I can't get you. I don't know if all of a sudden I'm limited to how many people I can have. I cannot get you on here.
Leave and come back in. But go ahead, Shawnee. Go ahead. I think you're on to something.
So when you say he needs to teach the listeners or whoever how to do it, well, when he says research, everybody know how to use Google. Everybody know how to use Google.
Okay, can I say why that's wrong? Can I say that why that's wrong? You can Google something and you don't even know how to dissect the information that you're getting. And that's called an education. I can give you all the information, but if you can't dissect it, sweetie, I'm looking. You're not on here. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I really am not keeping you off on purpose. Like, I'm scrolling.
When they read it, then at that point that's where they have to say, okay, let me go to somebody and find out what this means.
Who? Go to who?
Who do you stand up and start?
They can hit him up on IG.
Okay, well, we know Dave now, but when Dave asks us that question on Joe Biden's policy that we voted for, let's say I give you you Google, you get that information. First of all, you don't even know how to dissect the information because of lack of education. Second of all, you go to who? So the average person's like, who the hell do I go to? Because
they can go to social media. They put every other question on there. Where can I get the new Jordan?
And who are they following? Once again, who are they following that has that information? It goes again.
We don't know. But a dialogue has a start. So they know how to talk and ask questions if they don't understand.
So when you put what he said on social media, who you think hitting you back? Who are you DMing with that question? We don't even know. We can't even remember the policy that he just said to us.
I can't remember the name.
It was two B's. It was two B's.
I would like to say, I'm going to speak for y'all three. Y'all are very intelligent people.
Who you leave out?
Wait, somebody left out.
It's three. It's four.
No, me. I'm leaving out me.
It's four of us.
No, you three, not Dave. You three. NP, Shawnee, J Black.
Okay.
Y'all are intelligent.
Y'all three are intelligent. I promise you. Go try and find the background on that policy and see how easy it is.
Can I share?
For us, not for you, Dave.
No, I'm
not you. No, not you. I'm asking y'all three. Y'all tell me the resources y'all going to.
I'm gonna already have questions because I don't understand policies when they write them out in political verbiage. I have to go ask somebody, well, what does this mean? Usually I go to my best friend because she has a better understanding of it than me, and then she can break it down to me, what it is. But Dave is here now, so
okay. So now she has a different view on it than Dave. Let's say she has a different view on it. And she goes, no, I'm for it. That's why I voted. So now you go, okay.
Well, no, because if she explains to me what the policy is, now it's on me to make a decision.
Decide for yourself.
Do I want to go this way or do I want to go the other way?
So now she has an angle. She has a view and opinion on it. So she's going to get, so if you go let's say you agree with it. You go, you know what? That makes sense. And you go with it.
Then I got to deal with the consequences if I go.
But is that your fault if you don't have more resources to go to? Now, does that mean
have more? See, that's where it get crazy with me because, in my opinion, you do have more resources. If you ask one person and you stop there.
Also, are you going to another person?
I might not, but if I don't, that's on me. But it's there. There's other resources there. Anything we want, anything we really want. We figure out how to get it.
But do you understand? Do you understand, Shawnee? Voting for a president, that is just one policy that you would have. That's just one policy among a gang of them that you would have to research.
But if I'm really on this,
so Shawnee, when do you have time? So when do you have time in your life? When are you gonna go research every policy that Joe Biden ran on? I just want to know.
If it's that important to me, then I'm gonna make time for it.
But you didn't.
If it's that important,
But
I'm
you
gonna
didn't.
make time for it.
But
No,
you didn't.
I didn't this
It was
last
before that.
election. No, or the elections before that. I didn't. I just went
Oh,
with
okay.
what I heard, the little snapshot I got, and I
Okay.
voted. And I don't have no
And
problem owning that. But at the same time, if I wanted to get the information,
Dave.
I could have, but I was more wrapped up in doing other
no,
stuff.
that
Whatever that
that
stuff was.
and that is the majority of America. The
Yeah, but
majority
if
of
you
America
won't
is
change,
not. But what?
if you won't
what
change, then
but
you
this is.
have to change.
But this is my point in the beginning. They've made it so convoluted. They know what they're
That's
doing.
them, but you
But
control
understand.
you.
Okay, so next election, I want us to meet back, right? Because this is all important to us, right?
Well, it's very
This is
important to me now
it's
because it makes
okay,
a whole lot
okay,
of sense with going through some
okay,
of the stuff that I'm going through,
okay,
and I see some.
okay,
I mean, I already knew it was imbalanced, but now there are things
Now
that
we
I
really see it.
okay,
really see,
Yeah.
and
okay,
I don't want certain things for my daughters when they grow up.
Facts.
I
okay.
want to have some stuff
And
in place, and I don't really care. Well, I care, but I don't care if the person that's the next president is somebody that I don't like. If they have the right policies, they can move some
okay.
things forward.
So okay. So
Then that's the way I'm gonna go.
all I want is that this is why I'm telling you the game is rigged. The next election, I want us to all get, because I believe and I pray that the next election we will all be here and we will all be in touch with each other and be doing work together and being able to talk.
Yeah.
I want us the next election, after it's done, to tell each other we looked up every policy that person promoted.
Can I just say one thing?
Go ahead, Dave.
In October of 2020, I did a live broadcast on my podcast, and I went to the Joe Biden website and I went to the Donald Trump website, and I broke down every single policy very nicely, very distinctly, very slowly as to who had what and who was going to promise what to whom. I also did thorough backgrounds on what these candidates were saying, what they had done, what they haven't done, right? And I will tell you statistically, it was one of my lowest rated podcasts because nobody wants to know how the sausage is made. That has absolutely nothing to do with Dave Anderson and everything to do with the way society has been set up way before America was thought of. And that is a problem. And
I want to
and
agree with you.
until such time as Black people who complain about how they're suffering will stop suffering and start making different decisions because their lives depend on it. And I'm not the only person who says that. People I don't even agree with says it. Boyce Watkins says it. Mark Lamont Hill says it. Reza Islam says it. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says it. Everybody who you might like, I mean, those are I gave y'all 4 different flavors that are not Dave Anderson, are saying the same thing, and it goes constantly ignored. But we know exactly what Will and Jada are going through and how Jada's not satisfied with Will Smith's sex life. That is our problem. Caesar did the most brilliant thing in history. He gave people games to distract them. Zuckerberg is giving you meta to distract you, and you're not paying attention to what's going on because the truth of the matter is most Black people operate from a Mario Mining standpoint. They don't want to know. If you playing me, keep it on the low. And that's it. They never ask any questions. They see what's happening, but they don't want to do anything to change it.
And I know the reason why you're saying Black people is because obviously that is
Black.
who you should be. No, that's what I was gonna say, Dave. That's why I was explaining it. If you would stop being chopped and screwed, but I love.
You say chopped and screwed.
No, but I'm saying what I'm saying is that they do this to white people too. Like we live in a country of followers who are brainwashed and trained to do this, and what everything Dave said is correct. I all I can say is I have a funny feeling that the next election, and Dave, the reason why you did that and you broke that down, and you broke down all the policies, because on this situation of what you do in your life, somebody said he's not the LeBron James. You are the LeBron. You are on that level of LeBron and Kobe when you go to this. Unfortunately, the rest of the league is not.
But he trying to get you there.
No, and that's
He's
why.
trying to get you there.
And how many times have I said how valuable his information is?
Yeah.
I've said his.
I really don't think anybody would have been offended if you hadn't pointed it out. I'm just gonna be honest. Because I don't think that it was on that level. And then when you said it, somebody was like, well, maybe it is kind of hard. But when he was talking, I didn't feel offended at all.
Well, that's to every.
Was he? offensive, but I didn't catch that.
Yeah, not to us, but there are some people here. We wasn't because we know Dave and
I know Dave. But when you say somebody your dignity is fragile, that's just listen. That's just a knick-knack. I don't want to get back on
that y'all have in school.
But it's
I
true,
know
though.
it's like even in high school, my teachers talked the way Dave talked. That's how my educators talk to me.
How'd that work out for our generation?
Well, for our class at Carter, we.
Oh, that worked out with that football team.
That I wasn't. I came after that football team.
No, I'm just saying for our generation, how'd that work out? How'd everything work out?
For me, I appreciate that, and some people think I'm hard on my daughters because I teach them the same way. Because you gotta think,
get them ready.
You gotta think. You can't allow other people to think for you. And I tell them my mistakes. I'm like, this is where your mommy messed up.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to make this mistake that I'm making and be in this situation at 40 years old. Do a better job. Think. And that's what we have to do is think. And Dave makes
ourselves. For
me, I'm gonna just speak for me. He makes me think when he speaks.
Yes.
And that's what we want.
It's just the truth. It's the truth.
But
truth hurts.
No, the truth. But we say the truth hurts. But if somebody can't dictate the truth, if they can't intellectually get the truth, this is what I'm saying. There's a logic to this. You have to be taught how to listen to Dave or anybody, how to read a textbook, how to read information. You have to be taught that stuff. It's not simply because people are lazy and ignorant. It's intellectually, it's easy to watch Will and Jay because you get that. You understand what's going on. You know what your view and opinion is. But if you read something in Chinese, you don't understand. You don't understand what you're reading.
I think Dave's frustration.
No, you can't understand a language if nobody teaches you.
That's what I'm saying. The more you read it, the more you understand it. Because if you know how to read, you learn.
I think Dave's frustration, like when he said he's talking about black people, is because black people, we really ain't got time to pity pat. We ain't got time for that because we are too far behind.
Way behind.
We are too far behind. and it don't make no sense. And it's like there are things that we can do as black people that we just don't do because we on that bullshit. We look at my watch, look at my car. I got a house, I got this, I got that, I got a booty, And yes, other races do that too, but
they have
keep complaining about what we don't have. We ain't got these reparations. They treating us wrong. They doing this, but we won't do what we need to do to make that change. All the way from just supporting each other. So,
I felt that one in my spirit.
It's like,
I think
that's where Dave is coming from.
I agree with everything and what you're saying. First of all, you have to be taught to be able to do these things. And then when people make blanket statements, and not you, Shawnee, because it's always the first go-to is black people don't support black people. And that's crazy. And that's crazy. Because we support a lot. Black people support a lot of black people. They just don't get credit for supporting anybody. They just don't get credit for supporting. When black people were asked to go out to vote for Obama, did they go vote? Whether there was right or wrong, did they go vote?
Of course.
When the Democrats wanted I'll be right back. Y'all hold up. When Democrats wanted a state to be over, when Democrats wanted states to be turned over to blue, and they reached out to black people, and black people reached out to black people. They went out and did it.
Yeah, but they put on.
Wait. When black people say black people don't support black people, the civil rights movement, black people die for other black people.
They thought they did.
I'm not buying what you're selling.
No, because when Jesse Jackson ran for president, black people didn't support him. But when Obama ran for president, and then there was this show around him, everybody supported that.
Well, black people support.
Harris got out there and
don't support each other
in pearls and doing stuff because she's only black when it's convenient for her.
Okay, but did black people support her?
Yeah, because
for the wrong reason.
Around it.
But did they support her?
But that's
no. Hold on, wait.
Small black businesses go out of business because their own communities don't support them.
The
black-owned clinic in the middle of a black city, and they drive right past me and go and pay the white man 3 times what I charge, and then call me and want me to see them for free.
And you're absolutely right.
We don't support Hustle Man. And the thing about it is, the other races, they start out as hustle man too.
So
But
black
they get
people don't support.
and then they get building.
We don't support
and
as we
then they get
should. How about that,
we
Michael
don't support
Shawn? Does
as
that
we
make you feel
should.
better?
You know,
We don't support each other like we should. If there's
If
a
black
black
people supported
business
black
in our
people, then Kamala
community,
Harris would have been
we should be
president.
supporting it. Period. But we don't, because we don't want anybody to be better than we are. We don't want nobody to have more than we have. Instead of saying, "Hey, this person is in my community. This person is going to give back to my community. Let me support them." What do? We tear them down, and this has been going on for a long time. Because in the city where I am, the one thing that everybody knows how to do is cook. So when somebody tries to start a cooking business, before they can afford to pay for their license, guess what the people in my city do? They call and report them.
Yep.
So they have to stop cooking.
Hey, Shawnee, did black people support the Breakfast Brothers?
yeah, it's black people that go over there and eat, but let one thing happen.
Let one thing be wrong.
Let one thing happen.
Is he just not open? Is he now just opening his second?
He's opening up his second thing, but let one thing happen.
I'm just asking. Can any black people get credit? Do any black people support any black people?
Mike, you can't go there, Mike, because it's true. It's just like
Because that's a
if I go
general
to
statement, and you
Walmart,
can't really
if
survey
a
all
black
black
man
people.
started a Walmart and I went in there and something is wrong, then people will stop going.
So black people don't support black people at all.
That's owned by Walton. They can keep messing over you, and you're gonna keep on going.
Okay,
right. You know, people complain about it, but they won't get together and say, "Okay, let's make our own Walmart that we can support." They know it's like when black people make mistakes, we are so hard against each other. We won't give a second chance. Sometimes, some people won't. I'm not saying all people actually. I know that you support too. I try to support as many black businesses as I can, no matter what happens. If something go wrong, I'll talk to the person about it, and we keep on working.
So you support you do support black businesses?
I do.
NP, do you support black businesses?
Yes.
Dave, do you support black businesses?
Building, of course I do.
Okay.
And speaking of black businesses, shout out to my wife and her new black business that she started.
Hey!
Woke Up Inspired One. Shout out to Jacqueline for supporting Tam. Mark brought something, Queen Born. I saw a lot of you guys going on buying stuff, checking out her website, and supporting. Where is it?
I can support too. If you put mine up there so I can make some money and buy some shirts.
Yeah, but shirts, she's doing a lot and good stuff. She had a good first month, and she wants to do everything on her own, and she's flourishing, and that's the support. My wife and her dreams. I love it. But go ahead,
Jay
Mike.
Black, real quick, Jay Black. Just out of curiosity, how'd it come about?
Dave initially had dropped a lot of knowledge and got the ground, the landmark going.
You ain't shit, Dave. You ain't shit.
No, Dave.
How much did I charge you?
And Dave didn't charge a penny.
And Dave didn't charge me nothing either.
Right, because when I came into Shawnee's house, and Shawnee was sitting there with her head in her hands talking about the issues she was having with Media Room 360, I took an afternoon and I read her for filth, and then I told her how to fix it all. And you know what?
Dope.
She didn't complain. She didn't bitch. She didn't moan. She didn't act like, oh, well, you know what? I don't like your delivery. You know what she did?
Action.
God. Jeez.
That's it. It's called accountability, people. I wasn't
That's
exactly
the second time he did it.
You're right.
Yeah.
How much I
thought that was
He helped me
great.
in
I
the
thought that was
beginning.
good.
But he helped me in the beginning too, like about 6 or 7 months ago.
Damn, Shawnee.
There's a streaming platform that competes against mine.
Yeah, we
Thanks
on the
for coming.
same thing.
That's a great job.
He'll pick
That
up the
is
phone
dope.
and call the people and cuss them out for me too.
We do support black businesses. Action says Diddy, Fubu, and other became
I said
billionaires.
local. I didn't say
Well, I mentioned a local one.
we support famous people. Yeah.
Thank you,
but
Stacey.
not the locals that need
Stacey
it.
get her love too. Yes.
Good looking, Stace.
Yes.
The only reason I bring this up is when we say people don't support people, and then they're facts that they are. All the examples y'all make are correct.
Yeah, but we got to support the other ones that are trying to get.
We don't support like the Chinese people support each other. We don't support each other like the Vietnamese support each other. And here's why, Mike, your point is a little bit off. I'm not going to say it's wrong. If black people supported black people at the level that you're implying that black people supported black people,
No, I'm not implying. I didn't imply. I didn't imply.
One more sentence. I only got one more sentence. Then Kamala Harris would have been president. The reason that Kamala Harris dropped out of the primaries was because black people did not financially support her. That is a fact. But as soon as she became the presumptive nominee for vice president, everybody was, oh, we broke a glass ceiling. Where were you when that sister could have been the first black woman in the White House without a Joe Biden?
Yeah, but you didn't want her in the White House.
No, I didn't, but I was making a point for people who say they support.
She might have been more racist than Joe Biden, what she did in California.
I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people.
But when you say I implied, I say, this is what I say. I say, we need to support.
Right.
But when we say black people don't support, that's not accurate. That's not accurate because there are a lot of people who really go out their way to support businesses. So it discredits what they do when we just blanketly say black people don't support. Because Master P will tell you black people support it. That's Baby will tell you black
people should at the end of it.
Baby.
And his city, and before Baby was Baby in his city, they support it. That's all I'm saying. Like sometimes we can give credit to black people for doing shit.
You're right.
You're absolutely right.
That's all I'm saying.
So I'm gonna start adding as we should at the end of that. So thank you for pointing that out to me.
As we should. You're absolutely right.
Well, let's
Mike.
pick a black business a month that we're gonna support. We're gonna push them, and try to get people to support them so they can really get off the ground and not have to close after.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. If it was not for the non-black support that I have, my clinic would already be closed.
Sure.
That's a harmful shame that people are brainwashed to think that they should go to another establishment when you can give them the same treatment. And not only that,
not the same. I'm actually treating.
No, I was just about to say.
They're telling them to go home. I actually treat them.
When I got sick, the first person I called before I even went to the hospital was Sequise. So that's who I reached out to. I was like, this is what's wrong.
But everything you guys have said is right. But let's be clear. If you look at the numbers, the chances of a new business working are bad anyway, off the door. Mm-hmm. So the chances, like if you open a restaurant, white, black, Jewish, Indian, or whatever, the chances are you're gonna fail within 2 years.
That's true.
So let's just be. I understand. I'm just giving the perception of this is difficult off the door. This is a risk we're taking, and anybody who takes it, I applaud them, and they deserve people to actually go to them and support them. I'm just saying from the beginning, the odds are stacked against you. Mm-hmm. Every race. Just want to put that out there. Y'all continue.
But you know what? The difference is me starting a business and the Asian immigrant or whoever coming over starting a business, they get the money to start their business. I had to come up with my own money.
Yep.
Yes. My money. I couldn't get a loan. I couldn't get that grant. I couldn't do none of that. But they'll give them startup money. So when I got to use my money to start up and then try to still run a household and take care of everything, it's harder. Mm-hmm. It's a whole lot harder. I wish I could.
Can I get her on here? Sorry, my bad. I talked out loud. Sorry.
But yeah, if we had access, and that's the thing, like some black people don't have access to that money to, be able to start and have their advertise. If we had an advertising budget for Media Room, if I had the money to really advertise and put us out there,
I can get you $100,000 tomorrow.
Wait.
Okay, well, we gonna stop after this.
Stop everything.
How?
No.
I tell everybody this one is for free. When every single business should have a nonprofit arm, and you should have a 501c3. Right now, Google is giving between $50,000 and $100,000 in free Google AdWords for you to promote your nonprofit. If your nonprofit is directly sponsored by Media Room 360, then Media Room 360 gets that rub. So you can, use that money every single year, between $50,000 and $100,000 of Google ads to get in front of your target audience for absolutely zero physical dollars. So
the first step is getting the 503. You said the first
501c3, absolutely.
501c3.
That's
how long does that take? They're like 6 months?
Become a nonprofit.
Sometimes 6 months, sometimes 2. But at the end of the day, how long would you take to get $100,000 on your own?
Forever. Well, I won't
Okay,
say
So what do you
forever.
need
I
to
just say
qualify
that.
for that? For the 501c3 to be a nonprofit, what do
Set
you
it
have to
up.
prove for your
you just have to
business?
set it up, fill out the paperwork, have your board in order, have your
Board.
name in order, have your
Board.
purpose in order, and that's that. And the second you apply at that point, you can start operating like a nonprofit while the paperwork is going.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, most people don't. You can start taking donations the second you file that paperwork.
Hearts. Look at all this knowledge. I love this.
Duh. Do I have to tell you? Somebody said he's not the LeBron of what he does. He is. His information game is on that level.
Yeah.
Like it truly
Well,
is.
They'll never give you
because I had to
credit.
buy a
It's all right.
$7,000 ultrasound machine because everything in my clinic I'm coming out of pocket. That's
Dave,
the only why I haven't came to you yet, but I'm coming.
And the fact that he's made help people
Exactly.
become millionaires is obviously something there. He knows what he's
Bully, send that
Black
request
people.
because you drop.
Black
So
people.
send
I'm
that-
sorry. That's
come back
I mean,
in.
black
Why
people
can't I forget
millionaires.
the NP?
Yeah, that's dope.
This is all right. We're
That's
about to
501c3.
501c3. Yeah, you gotta
It's that
put
simple.
your,
And if you need a lawyer to help you with that, DM me. I have a great one who will walk you through the entire process.
Do you help with the 801c, the minority
Yes,
notification? All right.
absolutely. Full
That's
service.
a little confusing.
So Action had a question about starting his restaurant.
He said, so my chitlin restaurant is going to be difficult. Well,
You gotta take
Action.
the membrane out, bro. You got to take the membrane out.
Well, you know, you got to have a taste for chitlins. Like, I respect who makes chitlins, but you got to have a respect. I can't take the smell. I can't. I can't. And I can't do pig's feet. I can't do pig's feet. I can't do.
Malls.
Yeah, I can't. I've been in the kitchen and I'm like, and everybody's like, that smells so good. You ever try and play it off like it does? Yeah, no, I don't. It don't.
And
It
enough
don't.
red hot vinegar for that for me. No, dog.
Not really.
All right, we didn't have to. Just for the hell of it, NP.
Change your name to Hordash.
Oh, yeah, they keep asking about your name.
We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about
It was a joke. I saw several comments. I said, what was Dave's name? Hordash.
Dave has a new business where he can send the coochie directly to your house, and it's called Hordash.
Hordash.biz.
Yeah. And I said I would support him, but I just know my luck. I get the Hordash pregnant, and then how you got to explain that your baby mom was an employee for Hordash,
And she had herpes. No.
and she had
Oh God, you gotta love it.
I cannot. Yo, this is baffling. Like, I think there's a conspiracy against getting NP on here.
Is she against
Are
the
you
vaccines?
following
That's
her?
why.
Yes. Oh, yeah. She was on here. She's been on here
She's been on
before.
here before, yeah.
Right? That's the most bizarre thing. I feel like.
But she's following you, but are you following her?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so weird.
That's weird as hell.
Oh, real quick for Instagram, what I said is if you have a 501c3 nonprofit organization, Google is going to give you between $50,000 and $100,000 in Google AdWords so that you can promote your 501c3. So if you have a business that is sponsoring said 501c3, it's a way to get money to help fund your business and your nonprofit. For somebody like the nurse practitioner to not have a nonprofit arm where you could treat people, or subsidize their healthcare costs for free based on donations that are coming in, it's an absolute crime. The CEO of the United Way makes $1.236 million a year to give away other people's money. That's it. So like nonprofits are set up to make that thing happen. To put that another way, churches are nonprofits.
Yeah, I knew that.
So like that's the whole thing. But this information is out here, but most people don't know it. And when I share it, because it's not sexy and it's boring, they don't want to hear that. But
because when you say nonprofit, you think, well, wait, what does that mean? Can my business? It is profit if I'm making money. So how can I be nonprofit?
Yeah, that was the misunderstanding I had at first too. I didn't think nonprofits make money, but the
nonprofits make plenty of
Red
money.
Cross is a
Because you
nonprofit.
have to have an operating budget in order to run any business, and a nonprofit is a business. You have to have employees to work for that nonprofit. If you're doing things like transporting people, you need vehicles to operate that nonprofit. All of that stuff comes in there, right? And also what you're providing, and this is what people don't understand real quick. Nonprofits are great tax shelters for people in the 1%. Because they can take that money and then put it to a nonprofit, donate it to several nonprofits, and Uncle Sam will say, thank you very much. You can write that off.
Mm-hmm.
I know a person who started an organization that just brought lunches to schools. And that person's retired. It was a nonprofit. And I'm not going to say if that was a female or a male. All I'm going to say is I enjoy watching the Instagram of them on vacation. all the time. All right. This has been informative. And Dave, you might think people don't want to hear that, but Instagram has blown up and they do want to hear it. So if you ever feel like people don't want this information, don't feel like that, because I think there are a ton of people that want the information and need the information. Sexy Mo will be back tomorrow. Nurse practitioner, what do you want to promote right now? Take the floor.
I want to promote above average health and house calls. I do virtual visits. And if you've had the vaccine or not, you need to be getting your antibodies checked at least every 3 months. I want to encourage you guys to go over to the website of VAERS. There's something going down right now that's going to change the way that the vaccines is going on. Now that people are actually reporting the side effects, the website actually breaks it down by years. And in 2018, there was 10 million side effects reported. In 2020, it was 11 million. In 2021, side effects of the vaccine is 146 million side effects reported from vaccines. So with that new information coming to light, yeah, you need to be getting checked out by your doctors. Women are starting to have irregular periods. Men are having infertility issues. People are having strokes after the vaccine. So if you took the vaccine, it is very imperative that you go and start getting checked out, because now that people are actually reporting, that we found where they go to report, and we know that there are serious side effects, you need to make sure that your primary provider is on top of your health. You need to make sure that you're getting your labs done. You need to make sure that you're boosting your immune system, because the numbers for COVID did drop, but the numbers are starting to go back up. So make sure that you protect yourself, make sure you protect your family. And Michael Shawn, I've been praying for Stacy. When she gets better, she needs to go to her doctor, and he needs to check her clotting factors, because one of the big side effects after COVID is embolism. It can be in your arm, it could be in your leg. If it gets swollen and hot to touch, you need to go and get them to do a Doppler to check for a blood clot. So those are things that you guys really need to make sure that you're watching out for, because you can have COVID and not know it. My uncle actually had COVID, and he was walking around talking everything, and then he just dropped, and he's on life support. My cousin had to take him off.
And I don't know why I didn't tell you this. This is the weirdest thing ever. First of all, Jay Black has your. Do I have your direct number?
I have it. I send it to you.
All right, so and I'm gonna text you, because I need to write this down and have her ask all these questions when she goes back.
Okay.
All right. Now this is the weirdest, craziest thing I've ever heard. So she stayed, secluded and everything. We all tested negative. All the negative tests came back. She went back and took another test yesterday. She's still positive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They tell her, you can probably test positive for another 30 days. You can go to work. I swear on everything. And I'm like, okay, you didn't freeze. I'm like, I've never heard anything. Look, I'm no COVID expert, but I ain't never heard no shit like that. Like, wait a second. You're going to test positive for another, is that true? Like, I'm asking you, is that true? And
it's possible. You can test positive for a long time, because how your body treats it, and depending on what she's taking, is she taking any treatment for it, or is she just riding it out?
She's just riding it out.
And she can for a long time. But there were actually nurses that tested positive, and their jobs made them come back to work. So that's not surprising to me at all. But that's the reason why we have the numbers that we have, because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. Like, to tell somebody you still test positive and now you can go back to work. So why was she even quarantined in the first place?
And listen, once again, when it comes to this, you are LeBron on this. You are LeBron on this. And I was just saying to myself, this sounds crazy, but I'm sitting there going like, I ain't got no confidence in my thinking is crazy. I got to ask somebody, because so if you go back to work.
My thinking is the numbers are dropping. So therefore the visits have stopped. The co-pays have stopped coming in. People are not getting the vaccines like they were, now that we know about the side effects. So if we send people out that's positive and stir up some dust, then we're going to get some more customers.
Oh, wow. Whew. Anyway, I'm gonna get your number from. So I'll text you before I call you, or if she calls you, I'll tell her to text you because you're not gonna see the number. I know nobody answers no numbers they don't recognize anymore. Ain't nobody answering a number that they don't recognize no more. Business Bully, thank you so much. Thank you so much. As much as we go back and forth, man, I admire you and respect everything that you're doing. I'm so proud of you for knowing you for these many years that you've gone to this place where you're at. So nothing but love and respect. We also do another show. It's a sports podcast that we do, and it's even worse on a sports podcast.
Oh God, sorry.
We argue worse. we argue worse than this. But it's about fun stuff. Ain't nobody says it's about fun stuff. It's about fun stuff.
That's not true, Kathy.
What is that? That info that you shouldn't test for at least 90 days because you continue to test positive.
That's not true.
Okay. Oh, our NPR nurse practitioner says it's not true. And thank you so much for being on the show. Once again, we'll go back and forth, but I love your gangster, and I love how much. Let me tell you something. We had another nurse on. Never mind. All right.
All right.
She not built. She not built. But we got the psychic tomorrow. Also to the herpes goddess. Thank you. And hopefully, what about?
No, hopefully, maybe we may have Touchstone tomorrow too. We were talking about DJ Touchstone. We may get him on tomorrow as well in the square and let's talk to him, and that should be good and interesting. Yep.
All right, this has been great. Sexy Mo, wherever you at, we need you tomorrow. Hope you're safe, good girl. All right, in closing, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand. There's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second, every piece of laughter that you can get. Milk the hell out of it. And don't let anybody ever steal your happiness. It belongs to you. Fight for it. It's Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, y'all.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap,